Welcome to the Tuesday show. I'm Ultra David.
Hey, what's happening? I'm Sejan.
I'm jchensor. How's everybody going?
There you go. There it is. So there's no Steve right now. He had thought that maybe he could Skype in. He's not in the area. So if he does get on the Skype, then we'll Skype him in. But unless that happens, it's just going to be us three. Mm-hmm. We're going to be talking about Street Fighter V Season 1 retrospective. We're going to be talking about Street Fighter V Season 2 changes. Talk about Killer Instinct changes. I don't know. Maybe there's other stuff, but that's already so much.
I'm exhausted too.
It's
gonna be a
long
you're still jet lagged, right?
No, it's just that I'm on a normal sleeping schedule, and this show occurs pretty late.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It is pretty late. So, Street Fighter V Season 1 is officially over.
Yeah.
Street Fighter V Season 2 is out.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Season 1.
We gotta preemptively be like, man, Season 1 was the most terrible. Wait, it's the reverse, right? Yeah, Season 1 was the best, man.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just so good, man.
I can't believe all these changes they made. It's terrible.
How do we play this
as people
Season
do
2?
when new games come out or when new versions come out,
Ugh.
they think that the old one was the greatest.
Yeah.
People think Street Fighter 4 is great now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Which is hilarious.
It's weird because I liked it when it was out.
I liked it
Dude,
too.
I was known as a paid Capcom shield
Yeah.
Street Fighter 4 defender
Yeah,
by the end when I was like, Ultra's not that bad.
Right.
Everyone's like,
Yeah.
shut up, James. It's
Yeah.
just because that's your game or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even play it,
Yeah.
but it's not a bad game. And everyone's like,
It
you're
wasn't
an
a bad
idiot, blah, blah, blah.
It wasn't a bad game,
Yeah,
but maybe not the greatest game ever, and yet
No.
that's what the rep was. But again, same thing for Third Strike when SF4 came out,
CVS2.
etc. CVS2, that happens. So, in any case, now that Street Fighter V Season 1 is over, what do you think about it?
So in other words, basically, how do you feel like we're going to look back at Season 1, 5 years from now kind of thing? Or just how
Yeah.
do you think about it now?
Do you know how some weirdos are saying that Street Fighter 4 Vanilla was the best version?
I can't believe
Even
that.
though it was demonstratively actually broken.
Yeah, it was such a
Ultras
whack
were
game.
actually unblockable.
Right.
Seth was the most busted character.
I mean, it's that whole concept, though. It's the concept of, when people love MVC2 and they love Super Turbo, those games are all busted, too, right?
Yeah, no, totally.
Third
but
Strike. But,
that was
yeah.
pretty bad. Anyway, yeah, Street Fighter V Season 1, it wasn't like that.
No.
Okay, I thought it was pretty reasonable.
Yeah, it was pretty good overall.
Talking about the gameplay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look.
Oh
it's-
yeah, everything else
The rest
was
of it is terrible.
Yeah.
incredibly, awfully bad. And
Yeah.
if you try to say something else, Logan Sama's gonna put you in a toaster or something.
He's going to tell you to suck his nuts, asshole.
or tell you to jump in a Batmobile, or I don't remember what he said, but it was really mean. So don't say anything. That fool will beat you up.
so-
He'll hook you right in the gabber.
What the hell?
Is that your attempt at English slang? What was that?
I don't know, dude.
Okay.
Whatever they say over there.
So the thing about it is, there's obviously two sides to talk about this game. There's the gameplay, and then there's the release itself, right?
Yeah,
So we're focusing on gameplay for
Yes,
now.
yes.
Maybe we'll get into release
Fine.
a little bit. But in terms of gameplay, in my opinion, it is probably, honestly, one of the greatest initial version releases ever made. If you played CVS 1, problems. Alpha 1, terrible. Street Fighter 3, busted after really fast, right? So all these
War
games
Warrior,
were so
garbage.
yeah, exactly. The fact that Street Fighter 5, with very few patch changes, with very few balance changes, almost none, was able to sustain for this whole year, play as well as it did, I think is a testament to that. I will remember it personally as a really, really strong entry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to think we had a full year of tournaments. Actually, not even a full year, 9 months?
9 months.
Of
yeah.
tournaments, and how differently the game has changed.
Yeah.
And how little adjustments have been made to make the game kind of turn into a completely different direction than it started. I was really afraid at the start of the game's life that it was going to be really slow.
And boring.
And
too.
boring.
Yeah.
I was by the end of this, I was man, in 6 months, everybody's just going to block all the time, and no one will ever do anything, and it's going to be so boring, and it's going to be a super whack game. And it ended up, we watched, matches of like a Capcom Cup and people are just exploding in 10 seconds. I was like, oh my god. So, yeah, a much more fun and interesting game than I thought it was going to be based on my like initial reaction.
Okay.
And I really liked it. I haven't been around for a million Street Fighter launches.
Yeah.
You know, this is like the first one. So, given that you have to think, right, like the first few games I played, like Injustice and Killer Instinct Season 1, the balance was so screwy in those games, like by comparison's sake, the balance is so much better here. Like Injustice Season 1 was probably one of the dumbest launch games of all. Like Superman 8-2 or 9-1 some characters.
Yeah, you literally couldn't press buttons when he had super.
Right.
Like at the start of the round, like if you played against Ares with Superman, you do forward 2-3, and even if he backdashes, the second hit of the string catches him, and then you're blocking an infinite or hit for the rest of the round. There's no escape. Like that's the match. There's nothing you can do about it.
He had a 2-frame full screen overhead super.
Right.
That was done with button press.
Yeah.
So.
And like everybody likes to talk about Season 1 Saberwolf and Killer Instinct, but he wasn't even the best character in the game, and he was so stupid and degenerate. So by comparison's sake, man, Street Fighter fans are spoiled when they're mad about stuff. But
yeah,
yeah, I think the game's pretty well balanced and pretty fun.
Yeah, I think that I agree with that. It did evolve, and I like that. That's part of why I really hugely prefer rare patch changes, like yearly or more or less. Like obviously there were some, but like very rare and not many. And I want the players to be able to change the game.
Yeah.
Like I don't want the hubris of some developer who thinks that they have to rule the roost. I don't want that. I want the players to be able to run the show, and I think that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like characters went down just because input lag too, but like also because people figured out how to play against like Nash and Ken and whatever. People figured out how to play Cammy better.
Yes.
People figured out how to play against Dawson better. Like everything changed, and the tiers changed, and how the gameplay changed, and the offense was a big part of it.
Yeah.
And if the game had gone on longer, it would have been even more different. Like Guile started to show up a lot towards the end. Urian probably would have started showing up a lot. Rashid started showing up a lot. Birdie just did fantastically this weekend. Oh, I don't even know if we're going to get to talk about NEC really, but Birdie played super well. So that's what I like. I want the players to have time to do that stuff without the developer coming in and just changing stuff up. So
I
really like that.
I give Capcom, I mean, it's scary for me to say this, but I give them a lot of credit that they didn't make any balance changes outside of a few bug fixes since the beginning of the year. Like, there was almost nothing significant, right? And so the fact that they stuck with it and stuck with their guns, saying that, okay, we're going to let this one play out. And even characters like Chun-Li, she stayed great the whole entire time, but her performance is nowhere near what everybody says, like, how great. Like, people talk about Chun-Li like she was... like Yun busted in Third Strike. She's
definitely one of the weaker major top tier characters.
Right.
Or like Chun busted in Third Strike.
She's much worse.
I totally thought that's what you were gonna say.
Yeah, for sure. Even like Alpha 2 Chun. I definitely appreciate that. Like, you know how, I forget the name of the economic principle, but in economics there's the idea that like given any rule set, the market comes to an equilibrium eventually. And it's all about like the actors themselves, like the people who are buying and selling things and yada yada. Right. But if the rules change all the time, then people don't know like what to sell and what to buy. Like it's hard, it takes a while to learn the rules and like what prices should be. So if markets change a lot, then it's hard to come to some interesting equilibrium. Everybody has to just throw crap at the wall all the time.
Right, especially in like a genre like fighters, where learning a character is so much more difficult. Like lots of games that are patched often, it's easier to jump from character to character, or from like race to race, or from like, if you're playing a shooter, from weapon to weapon or something like that. But to jump from one character in a fighting game to another is often so difficult and takes so long to figure out that yearly changes.
I just want the ability to create market equilibrium.
Yeah.
I don't want some government to come in and like regulate everything all the time. Obviously we need some regulation, okay? But I don't want them changing the rules all the time.
I like the analogy though. The analogy works. It makes perfect sense to me. So
so I thought that it did that well, and I thought it was a fun game. It's not And Street Fighter's never been like this. It's never been one of the crazy kinds of games. Like there have always been, there's been Gear, or there's been Marvel games, or there's been KI, or whatever. There's always some game that's like the wilder ones, and those are really awesome and interesting. But Street Fighter games are always much more basic. Not uninteresting, obviously. Obviously, they're a lot of fun, but they're more basic. So I appreciated that it was like an entry in that style of like you can watch it easily. It's not easy to learn, but like to get good at, but like the rules are there. Like they're pretty simple to learn in the first place.
Yeah.
I thought that it was a really good entry for Street Fighter.
It makes the game easier to watch too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the question. So obviously, I mean, there's a lot of people who have a very strong distaste for this game, and they're like, "Oh, this game is terrible."
It's become
blah blah blah.
Popular to dislike the game.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of a meme thing, but obviously, including gameplay, there were things that necessarily weren't great. So I'm just curious from you guys, what is your least favorite thing gameplay-wise about the game? Like, what would be your number one critique of Street Fighter V from a gameplay standpoint? Because we talk about outside the game, we will be here for the next 7 hours.
Yeah, everything outside of that.
I think my biggest was that I didn't feel like there was enough variety. It wasn't until the end that I felt like that really started to come out. With Guile and whatnot, of having like the real defensive character, the real zoner, having like, obviously there's the very strong pressure characters in there already, and there were some mid-range characters, but I really felt like it was missing that fortress character, and I guess that ended up being Guile, but even still, like not as much as in many cases. So I think that's my major criticism.
Yeah, my complaint's pretty similar. It's that like I feel like not all styles are represented because not only is there not like a strong zoning character, I feel like there's not just like a defensive turtle footsie character. I feel like all the grounded footsie characters are like you still have to play offense.
Yeah.
Like even somebody like Karen, who you think of like she's got really good buttons. Like she still has to play offense in a lot of matchups.
Fong, right?
Right.
Even
like any character like that. But so to say something else, it would probably be I wish the normals. I feel like in Street Fighter V when you do a normal, it's like all right, I'm starting my normal. It appears here and then it appears back here. Like, I kind of wish the normals had a little bit more extended hurt boxes, or like visually were easier to tell when there's recovery.
Yeah,
which
they did
right?
For a lot of
that's one thing that they
changes,
changed a bunch in Season 2 is like a normal will whiff, and there's
lingering hurt boxes.
Yeah, they left a more lingering hurt box in a lot of scenarios. That's one thing I wish, because I feel like it made it tough to whiff punish a lot of medium and certain heavy attacks. Yeah. So like I think they kind of fixed that this season, but that's one thing that I had a big problem with. Like a character would do a move, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna whiff punish that, and you stick out your normal, and it goes through where that normal is on the screen, and it doesn't hit it at all, and then you reel back, and then like they jump at you and you die. And
that definitely happened to me too.
It's like what a weird thing to happen. Like as someone who likes to play that style, I found it super frustrating.
Yeah.
So it seems like they try to fix it. I hope that's the case.
Yeah, and also, honestly, I mean, my biggest issue, I feel like it's something that they're kind of fixing as well. I wasn't a fan of the execution. I wasn't a fan of the combo possibilities. I guess the combo routes, the combo
too few,
routes.
you mean?
Yeah, there's too few. It's just that at the highest level, Daigo wasn't doing anything different than what you would see a lot of times at like mid pools. You know what I mean? Like the best combos were you just saw them 100 times.
Yeah.
And I think that just allowed fewer opportunities, not only for seeing something you haven't seen before, but I know when I talked to GamerBee when he first played the game, he's like, I don't like the fact that I can't style on people. I can't do fancy combos and things like that. So I think that's something that's definitely missing in there. And I do like a lot of the cool things that they're doing, because way more things seem like they're linking into each other in this version. They just showed Meaty crouching medium punch with Ken counter hit into Fierce, into Run, into Tatsu. Like Thunder Kick combos into Tatsu and jab.
That's nice.
Like they're opening
That's really
up.
Good as well.
They're opening up a lot of different things. Even the knockdown jump attacks now, so that Karen and Mika have the knockdown jump attacks for the target combo. If you can do it late enough and you can land, you can go for the extra juggle for more damage.
Yeah, I saw that.
Little cool things like that. I'm excited for that, to see how that goes. And but honestly, my biggest problem was just that I didn't feel like there was enough ability for players to express themselves through doing cool things in the game.
Okay. So. I guess to expand on the point of character similarity, not enough variety maybe. and they didn't change this. Overheads are like never good in Street Fighter now. Like in Third Strike, they weren't like fantastic, but like Dudley had real combos from overhead.
Right.
Like if you spaced universal overheads right, a lot of characters could combo.
Yeah.
Like it was situational, but like you could do stuff. Alex had cool overheads. Like, I feel like almost all the characters are either frame trap or command grab, and like that's. I'm cool with those. In fact, I like command grabs a lot, but I kind of feel like there should also be like an overhead character. And again, it's Street Fighter. They're not gonna have air dashes. It's not gonna be super wild, but to have like a little bit more variety, I feel like would have been nice.
I think by eliminating like the more boring styles, right? Because they try to make everybody like an offensive character, but they eliminated like the zoner and like the defense, like a bunch of defensive characters. I think by trying to eliminate the boring styles of character, they just created a bunch of characters that are kind of the same, which made it a little bit more boring.
The other problem, too, honestly, is the homogenization of moves, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's sweep is -12.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of their range, regardless of their practicality or whatever like that. Like, for example, I'm just using Cammy as an example because her sweep is one of the worst in the game, right? You don't use her sweep that often. Like, she could have had a sweep that wasn't as negative as other characters, you know?
Yeah.
I always said that they should build a character literally on the Grey Life mechanic so that make it so that everything the character does is a chain or, like, multiple rekkas.
Yeah.
Because you know how the damage reduction works. Every time you do a new move, you reduce damage, right? So just make it so that they do all sorts of things. So they're just trying to make you block chip and then hit you with like a 10 damage overhead. Like they literally have a 10 damage overhead.
Yeah, I think that's Fang, but I just don't think that they did it.
Right.
I think that was the intention.
It didn't come out quite the way that they wanted to. And, you know, things like that. I would like to see them try to play around with the system a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, and create some more varieties.
Yeah, okay. I hear that. All right. So, obviously the game changed a lot. Was there anything that you were like particularly, that you felt was particularly interesting or something of note in terms of how the game and people playing it changed? Like its evolution, I thought was really cool. We talked about this a little bit ago briefly, but
We even talked about it at Capcom Cup.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome, and especially considering how short of a time it was out. It was out for like 9-10 months,
right?
And you know, there was a beta beforehand that was like basically the same, little bit of changes in there, but for the amount of time it was out, it changed more than most fighting games do in years longer. Yeah,
the one thing that, I mean, honestly, when I first saw the game, I was like, man, we're going to find out everything about this game in like 2 months. Because one, the times are different. The amount of scientists that are out there right now that are just finding tech is ridiculous. It's so hard to hide tech these days, or not even just to have tech go unmissing, you know, to go unfound.
Yeah.
You know, people find weird things. And so honestly, I thought after 2 months the game would be like, well, that's it. Here we have everything. The fact that it did change the style of play, you know, that went from like, let's just rush people down and kill them to like you saw Momochi and like, you know, Fudo and all these guys playing this footsie game all of a sudden. Was probably one of the most interesting aspects about the game and probably one of my favorite storylines of the game in general. The fact that a character like Nash at first, I remember in the first the first 3 months, 3-4 months.
Yeah.
The argument with like there was people who were like, Nash is clearly the best character.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's clearly the best character.
Yeah, I heard that a lot. I thought he was top 5, man. I thought he was really good.
I don't even know if I have him in my Elite 8 anymore.
Oh, he's not in mine for sure.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, what about you? Anything gameplay-wise that kind of stood out to you?
Like I mentioned, I thought the game was going to be a lot slower than it turned out to be. I think that, like, even... Because, like, in my head, I was like, all right, well, at first, everything's kind of fast. Because no one really knows how to slow things down. To, like, really play a super slow, defensive, calculated game, you have to know what can come at you.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, people will just figure out, like, what all the options are, and then they'll understand all the spacing, and then they'll stop everything. But I think the game is cool because even once you do understand everything, like, there's different ways you can approach. And I think that's stuff like dash speed and, like, characters who can be kind of defensive don't always have the best anti-air options.
Yeah.
So, like, there's different ways to approach and, like, find offense. And gray damage can matter sometimes, although I'm happy that they changed it so it matters more. But, yeah, like, I was kind of, like, I thought to myself, like, man, this game's going to be super slow. And everybody always says, like, all they want is footsies and ground game. Until they watch it, and they're just like, do something.
Right.
And then nothing happens, and then nobody's happy about it. But Street Fighter V is definitely a game where you can do a lot of things, and like it's good, and it works out. So I think that's one thing that I was happy about, even by the end of the game.
Okay, all right. You want to talk about players or characters or any of those fun topics?
I mean, let's do characters first because that's just more of the actual game as opposed
the
to
meaty stuff.
because players obviously is
so happy about
is something that is outside the game, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
the
Okay.
quality of
Those
the
guys will be
players.
good in this game.
Yeah, that's more
Of
of
course,
that's
yeah.
more of the esports aspect of it as opposed to the
Whoa.
game itself aspect of it.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
Yes.
But, all right.
On the show, yeah, I know, right? Exactly.
I mean, we say the word
Sports.
esports, but like in that kind of term. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
We're always like esports. you
All right,
know?
all right. Let's talk about who the best characters are. And let's talk about who the crappiest characters are.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And to be fair, I just don't think that there are any really crappy characters.
There's some pretty crappy characters, I think.
Yeah?
I think some are not great.
Well, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
of
There's
course.
obviously not great characters,
They're
but
pretty
like,
whack.
but like, are they
They're
like
pretty whack.
DJ level of super? You know, are they
Oh,
Q?
wow.
Are they
No,
12?
there's
you
nobody
know,
Q. There's
They're
nobody
no-
12. I can tell
are
you
they
that.
are they super turbo cami? You know,
There's
They're
nothing
no Joker and Injustice.
Yeah, there's no Injustice Joker in there.
Or Injustice Ares.
Was Joker
Yeah.
always bad? He never got
He
better.
got alright at the end, but
Okay.
not great.
People found some definite craziness with him, but it was just hard to do. It's hard to make practical.
Digital video game electronic athletes.
Jesus.
Cyber sports.
Cyber sports leagues. It's in the game.
Okay, all right. So Chun-Li's the best character.
Yeah, I think most people think that.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
No,
Oh,
wait,
okay.
no. I think I still have her as the best character, but it's like I just don't think it's that definitive anymore. I actually don't think it's that definitive. I actually think there might be a character that might be better than her.
Wow. Was
Better
there
with
a
two
pun in there?
Ds?
No. It was
Oh.
just it came out like I was scared to say better than Chun, and it was like it's like better.
I thought there was gonna be some.
It's California.
No.
Our T's become D's.
Yeah.
Is that true? Is
Yeah,
that
say water.
water? Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
for
Holy
sure.
crap!
Yeah, we
I
have a
never
weird
thought
accent.
about that.
Yeah.
California
It's a
accent.
good thing that we control
Better.
all media so that we can export our accent towards the rest of the world.
Butter.
Butter.
Yeah, it's nice to be
Yeah.
able to go to Europe and people are speaking Californian there. It's pretty
Yeah.
sick. Yeah. Second place. Who's second?
Mika.
Ooh. Who
Oh
do you
yeah,
got?
Mika. So
Mika.
the character that I have that I think might even possibly be better than Chun is Cammy.
Okay.
Yeah, Cammy's my
Yeah.
number 2.
Oh yeah.
Never
yours is
guess what
number
my
two.
number 3 is.
Cammy.
Cammy.
Yeah, mine is Mika.
I think my number 3. I still have Ken there right
Oh.
now.
So you said the same character as David.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, because
You gotta keep the Mika as Ken joke running, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not next season. Actually, they're both so terrible and unplayable next
Oh
season.
God, yeah, I know.
They might be
right?
the same character again.
Yeah, Ken is nerfed so badly
Oh yeah.
now.
Okay.
He
All
can't
right.
do
Yes,
We'll
anything.
get we'll get to season 2.
Okay.
All right. So I feel like that's the top tier.
Yeah,
Is those-
I have those 3.
I guess you have different
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
I feel like
look, my
ours-
Mika's number 4.
So, yeah.
Okay,
okay.
right, and it's arguably which one is better between her and Ken. Like that's one of my iffy
Okay, fair enough.
spots. So
Yeah,
In 4th place, I have Nikali. I
think
feel like he does everything.
that's a good choice.
Hmm.
I think I have Ken.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have Mika. So
Okay. I mean, I have Ken at 5th.
I have
okay.
Ryu.
Oh yeah.
Ryu at
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
Ryu at 5th as well. So
6.
Okay. Who's 6th?
Nikali.
I have Nikali.
I have Karen.
Oh, really?
So Ryu's
Wow.
not there yet? Yeah, I mentioned, I think on my list he was anywhere from 4th to 7th.
Yeah, like
okay.
my opinion of Karen actually dropped
Went
a
down?
lot. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think mine went down a little bit. I think I had her in top 5 or around
Yeah,
5th
I
or
used
something.
I remember I used to think it was her and Cammy were like equal,
Yeah.
and I'm just like
Actually, there was a long conversation you and I had where I was like, Cammy is better. And you were like, why would you ever play Cammy over Karen? Karen,
Yeah.
Karen is
Yeah.
significantly better in like
Yeah.
every way. And I was like,
Well, I have Ryu at 7th.
I have. Are we on 7? Yeah, you are. I thought we were on 6.
I have Karen for 6th. Who do you have for 6th?
Nikali.
I had Nikali for 6.
Oh,
we both said that.
okay.
We both said
Yeah,
that.
and then I have Karen at 7.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I have Ryu at 7.
I have Guile at 7.
Oh.
Because I think Guile is just really, really strong. I think he's kind of ushered his way up there at
Okay.
this point in time.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
I have Guile at 8th.
Yeah, I have Guile.
I have
There too.
Karen at 8.
Okay, so do we have the same top 8 then?
Actually, that sounds like it,
I think
doesn't
we
it?
all do.
I think
Yeah.
there's some slight
So, in
ups
other
and
words,
downs in there.
the
but-
Elite Eight, we basically substituted
Such a
Guile
weird-
for Nash.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is kind of appropriate.
I guess we did.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. Our top 8 swapped. So it's the standard top 8 in some similar form or another,
Yeah.
except now it's no longer Nash.
It's Guile.
It's Guile.
Huh. Okay, that's cool.
Interesting.
Guile's really good, man.
Yeah.
Then in 9th place, I have Urian.
God, I knew you were gonna say his name.
Urian.
He's weaker than that this season. I have
so good. God.
I have Rashid.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I have Urian at 9th as well. So.
Interesting.
You know what? The reason why I put him up there,
that's
it's kind of so some of the DLC characters are going to be tough because they haven't been around long enough.
Yeah.
But that's a ranking of mine based on I think his potential. Like I think the
Such
more
a dangerous word.
I think yeah, it is. It is 100% a dangerous word. But
word.
like I feel like the more people played him, the more dirty his Aegis Reflector setups were. There are so many of those match videos that go around from season 1 that's like, hey, look, Urian gets drained down to this much, and then he throws you once, and then you die.
There's so many clips of him getting drained down to this much, and then someone jumps at him and he can't anti-air him, and he's drained down to nothing.
You should have better positioning. I have. Are we on 10th
Yeah.
place now?
Yeah.
10.
10th place, I have Rashid.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I had him at 9th, right?
Mm.
10th, I have Nash.
I have Nash. I have
Okay.
Nash. So Nash is still clinging on to that top half. That barely clinging on to that
I have
top
him in
half.
top half too. I have him at 11th place.
11th, I have completely mid-tier and fair Urian.
Okay, buddy.
11th.
Literally mid tier. Yeah.
Literally mid-tier. Yeah. That's good.
I don't have him. I have him mid tier.
11th, I do have Rashid.
Okay.
I have Rashid there.
Okay, so we have the same top 11.
11.
Oh, really? We all have the same top 11?
Yeah, we've all said
Yes.
the same character so far.
Holy
Just
crap.
a little
so
bit different order.
Urian, Nash, and Rashid are 9, 10, and 11.
Yeah, we had the same top 8, a little bit different order. Then
That's
we had
crazy.
the same 3 right after that.
Okay, that's pretty crazy. Okay.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 12th place. Who do you got?
Alex.
Huh. I have Laura there.
I have Birdie.
Like, I know a lot of people think Laura's bad, but I just don't see that. I've always thought she was super good, and she just got more refined, and it was like the ability to make mistakes against Laura became so much more frightening as the season wore on, to the point where like she would just kill you if you made one mistake and then didn't block one mix-up, and you
That's
were
fair.
dead. So.
Yeah, I don't think she's bad. Anymore anyway. 13th place.
Birdie.
Okay.
Birdie.
I have Alex.
Oh, so it's just we have the same character still.
Oh, that's
Except for the way he had Laura.
It's
though.
just me with Laura
Alright,
in
yeah,
there.
you and I
Okay.
have the same
Let's see if
character
this
still.
experiment works. Oh, actually, I guess I reordered it, so it's not going to work for me.
Okay.
Who's your 14th?
Oh, I'll go. I have
Yeah.
Laura.
Laura. There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, I have Alex.
So we
Oh.
have, well, again, I almost put Laura in 14th place, but I put Ibuki.
Oh god.
You put a
ew.
Buki in
I put
14th?
Ibuki
So
in
high.
14th place.
You
I
put
think
a
she's really
Buki
good,
in 14th.
Yeah.
Huh.
I feel like she has super strong tools to get in. I feel like her
Super
movement's
strong
excellent.
potential.
Don't say that
Potential.
I think she's really good, dude.
Okay.
Well, this is we're now in the bottom half of the cast, so
Yeah,
I can't.
So they all suck.
You know, I don't think she's really good. I think she's pretty good.
Alright.
15th place though, I do have Laura.
Okay. I have Vega in 15th
I
place.
also have Vega.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're
Dang,
totally
okay.
gonna have the same top 17.
Yeah, I know.
I have Boxer in 16th place.
Balrog, yeah.
Balrog. Dude, we have them all in the exact same spot.
Jeez.
Okay. I have Claw in 17th place.
Oh yeah, I have Ibuki.
I actually have Fang there.
Whoa. Alright.
Oh, we were pretty close.
We're close.
Yeah?
We're close.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bet we're gonna have the same top 22. This is gonna be crazy. I got in 18th. Who do you have?
I have Sim.
Actually, you know what? I need to.
Oh, are we gonna get
Okay.
a retcon?
No.
Is he changing things?
Retcon.
Secret 23rd character incoming?
I just realized right
DiCaprio.
now that I had shoved Ibuki to the very bottom of my list because I didn't know where to put her.
Ooh.
Because I
Nice
wanted.
work.
So I mean, you guys can see it. I'm not making this up. She's
You're right.
literally down there at the bottom.
I do see
So
that.
now I have. So I honestly would put her above Fang.
Oh, okay. I think you're right.
I honestly would put her above Fang. So in other words, yeah, we have basically the same bottom 5. We have the same bottom 5 between
yeah.
all of us.
That makes total
It's
sense.
just whatever order
I
you
think
have
it's
it
pretty
there.
clear, to be
Okay.
honest.
Sorry.
18th.
No, some people are saying like I'm rating Cien, not Feng, but it's kind of true. But that just means that.
Whack.
What's that?
The character of Fang is whack.
So,
he's so whack.
He got 9th at Evo and Capcom Cup.
Cien did. You can do it with like a toaster. You just plug it in. Snow moves. You just win.
It's just warm.
Okay,
18th, I have Dalsum.
so this is that's the second.
This is my.
Fourth to the last.
We're now at bottom 5, so my fifth to last
Fifth
is
to last.
Dalsum.
So I have Fong there.
I have Geef.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow. You think
Yeah.
Geef is way better than I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Geef is way better than I do.
Did I miss somebody on my list?
I don't even think.
Have I said Ibuki yet?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Okay, so who's your fourth to last character?
Fang.
Fang.
I have Jury.
Bison.
Okay. All right. Really, Jury?
Yeah.
You have Geef and Jury?
Am I missing someone? I feel like there's somebody I'm
I don't know,
missing.
man.
Third to last.
Yeah, third to last. I have Bison.
Oh, I only have 2 characters left, so I definitely missed somebody.
Oh.
So Sejam also a liar.
I already said that I had Ibuki and Sim, right? You guys are
Right.
both
Did
those
you have
characters.
Boxer? You had Boxer.
We had
Boxer at
Boxer.
17.
Claw? Do you have Claw in there?
Yeah, I said Claw.
What about?
I feel like I said one character and then you guys didn't say one, right? Because we were talking about.
Let me just hear your list.
Okay.
Just do your list. What's your list?
So 17 was Balrog, right?
No, just like go through one through whatever.
Oh, Chun-Mika Kami. And then it was Ken, Ryu, Nikali, Karen,
Guile, right?
and then Guile, yeah.
Okay.
And then it was Rashid, Nash, Urian.
Right.
Okay.
And then here's where it was weird, right? Because we had like everybody was all mixed up here.
Right.
I think
Okay.
I had Alex,
Yeah.
Okay.
then Birdie,
Yeah.
Okay.
then Laura,
Okay.
then Vega, Boxer, and then I had Sim,
You're
I-
missing Ibuki.
Ibuki.
Ibuki. Yeah.
So you did the same thing that I
Ibuki.
did. You
Wow.
accidentally left
What a
Ibuki
butt.
off the
I said
list.
Ibuki, I feel like.
You just didn't say it.
Oh, okay. Well, there she is.
Well, where would you put Ibuki then?
Where I just said her, she was.
Right above
Fifth to
Dalsum?
last,
Or
yeah.
whatever your fifth to last
Yeah,
was.
fifth to last.
So
Oh, so
Oh.
she's in your bottom 5 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
no, I think she's in your bottom 6.
Do you have her above Geef?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
she's,
okay.
she's
She's
sixth to
fine.
last.
Yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
we're
Okay,
fine. All
okay,
right.
okay.
It's fine.
All
All
right.
right. Anyway.
All right.
So your third to last was what?
I think it was.
You
Now
really
I'm so
know.
confused. Jury, right?
Yes, you said Jury.
I have Dalsum.
Ah, okay. I have Bison.
Why do you have Dawson as the worst?
I have Bison. No, I already said Dalsum. He's my
Okay.
5th worst.
Okay.
Now, second worst, Zangief.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have Jury there.
Okay.
I have Fang.
Okay.
And so your worst is Jury then.
I think
right?
Jury's the worst character in the game. Yeah.
Oh dang, she got. Yeah, she's
I
pretty
think-
bad.
I think she loses to everybody,
My last.
including Geef.
I think the weakest character in the game is Bison.
Bison.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I have Zangief at the bottom.
But I just
have
think
Zangief
him
at the
and
bottom.
Jury and Fang all suck so much that like they're all just hanging out down there.
I think there's like a clear separation for the bottom 3 for me, which is Bison, Geef, and Jury.
Yeah.
I feel like those, and then there's like Fang is like maybe in that same club. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not doing so hot.
I feel like
Yeah, I think Jury sucks.
I feel like
She
it's
is
just
so
those
bad.
bottom 5. I think it's just those bottom 5 for me. It's really hard for me to order that bottom 5. It's probably the hardest for me to order the bottom 5 than it is for me to order the top 5.
Remember when like Jury and Ibuki hadn't come out and I was so excited for both of them?
They have such cool ideas, dude.
Yeah.
They do, and they got buffed, so we'll
The
see.
biggest problem with Jury, honestly, was that they gave her this storage mechanic, and the payoff wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, you get a fireball that sucks.
Yeah.
Or you get a special move that
And-
like everybody has anyway.
And
Yeah,
you get a
who
combo
cares?
that does the same amount of damage as everybody
You
else's
spend
combo.
all your stores at once and you get like 10%.
Yeah. Your stand strong pushes her back like half screen. I swear the pushback on that move
It's
is
crazy.
absurd.
Yeah, you counter hit with it, it's like
Yeah,
just gone.
her V skill is a super cool idea that in practice is just not.
Wait, someone's saying
It's like they took
infiltration?
away.
Oh, yeah.
her fireballs, which control horizontal space, and then they're like, should we give her something to help her do that?
No good footsie tools, weak damage, has to spend a long time setting things up and doesn't get much payout for it.
Like, I almost feel like the charge should have been harder, but the payoff should have been better. Like, those
moves should all be super good.
Dude, honestly, I feel like the charge could be just as good as it is, and the moves themselves, like, 30% better, and she would still be not the best.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Yeah. She has anti-air if you want to spend meter, or if you do medium spinny spin, but...
They changed the input on that, by the way.
Yeah, it's
It's punches.
Oh, punches now. Yeah.
God, that is... I can't do it. It's so
hard
to remember.
Muscle memory? Yeah. Okay,
it's hard.
Oh, man.
Okay. All right, well, those are our tier lists.
Someone's saying that
Jury
apparently
sucks.
Infiltration figured out a way to make Dawson float all the way to the top of the screen.
It's probably with infinite meter, right? Doing EX scale, flow, EX scale, flow, EX scale, flow.
Okay,
That's probably what it is.
Which is a hilariously unlisted change.
All right, so David.
No, it's listed.
David,
It's unlisted. It is.
just to clear it up again, top to bottom.
Let's do it.
Oh
First,
my
all right.
God.
Shun,
I'm not gonna
Cammy,
ask
Mika,
you.
Yeah, I already did.
Nikali, Ken, Karen, Ryu, Guile, Urian, Rashid, Nash, Birdie, Alex, Ibuki, Laura, Boxer, Claw, Dalsum, Fang, Bison, Zangief, Jury. Okay.
So
yeah,
my Elite 8 are Chun-Li, Cammy, Ken, Mika, Ryu, Nikali, Guile, and then Karen. Then there's that 3-pack right there, which is the Urian, Nash, and Rashid. Then we have this chunk of 6 that was the same for all of us.
Why did you not call him a 6-pack? Anyway, go on.
A 6-pack, fine. Laura, Birdie. I mean, it's not like I drink sodas or anything like that, so why would that word even be in my mind? You know what?
It's
what?
gonna get you killed.
Actually, you know what the funny
Does
thing
soda
is?
come in 6-packs?
No, soda don't anymore. They used to.
Okay.
Growing up, it was all 6-packs, and now they don't exist anymore, which is really interesting to me. Laura, Birdie, Alex, Vega, Balrog, Ibuki, and then the bottom 5, which are Fong, Bison, Dalsum, Jury, and Zangief.
Whack.
So there you go.
Whack. Not actually that bad.
No, not that bad.
Not actually that bad.
Trust me, if you got block
Like-
infinited at the start of the round by Superman, you were a bad character. And that was a bad game.
I mean, Jury got 9th place a couple of times. Like, Fang, got
CM,
top 8,
yeah.
like, won some tournament in Russia or something like that. Zangief got top 3 even a couple of times. Like,
Their
these
boss
are
is
not
a
terrible
monster.
characters. Infectious did as well.
yeah.
Bison got a couple top 8s. Like, not many, but yeah, they're not terrible. They're just, they needed some help for sure.
Yeah.
Bison won like a ranking event. It was like the second one of the year, but
Wasn't it like Nikali that won it basically?
I
But
don't remember.
Bison
Yeah, I don't remember.
was like the
Was the
backup.
backup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's our season 1 tier list. All right. Anything else to say about season 1?
In terms of just the gameplay and
Anything
the game
you wanna
itself,
say about it?
right?
Whatever. Players.
I mean, let's address it because it should be addressed. But I mean, maybe worst fighting game launch in the past 5 years, completely, or second worst maybe. Or
I mean, the only competitor is Mortal Kombat X, right?
Right,
But even not just in the past 5 years, but can you think of a worse 2 fighting game launches? I feel like this is the worst one. Worse than MKX's. But
Yeah,
those
me too.
2, I don't know that there have been any high-profile launches that have been worse than those 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Cross
it's-
Tekken is not good for sure, but
Cross Tekken, but
second
Cross
player
Tekken
could rematch. So.
Right, but the thing about Cross Tekken though was that when it came out, it was also the gameplay also sucked, right? So,
Yeah, the game. I mean, yeah, fine, but like
So-
there was an arcade mode, right? Like their story mode launched with it,
Start
even though it was
asking
you
for
could
terrible.
color all
arcade
your
mode.
characters black and white only.
That's
at
true. You could
first.
do wild
know-
colors. Yeah.
You know, my roommate and I were playing season 1 yesterday. It's like our final. We're like, let's play one last time in season 1. And every time one of us beat the other, we did the thumbs up, and we were dying. It was like the funniest thing
Yeah,
ever.
even Cross Tekken, I feel like was not as bad
No.
as Street Fighter V.
I mean,
yeah,
the
look,
biggest problem with Street Fighter Cross Tekken was the fact that everyone found all the content on disc.
Yeah, the gems were a terrible idea. Like
Damn gyms everywhere.
Damn gyms, yeah.
yeah.
There's too many gyms in this room.
Tell me about
Too
it.
many gyms.
Oh.
Say
So
gyms.
Cross Tekken was not good, but Street Fighter V, yeah. Look, the
Anticipation
everything.
level after the success of Street Fighter 4, and it's like, you learned from your Street Fighter Cross Tekken mistakes. No, they really didn't.
Even in Season 2, there's no second player can rematch.
And Combo Fiends already said they're not going to improve the input lag anymore.
6 frames, 6.5.
6.2, 6.2, yeah.
Yeah, again, no arcade mode. The original story mode launch was just strangely bad. I don't
One
even know,
of
it's like
the
absurdly
best
bad.
Street Fighter artists in the world, drawing some of the worst Street Fighter art I've ever seen.
I will always remember Laura as like a Naga snake. She's like,
That was so
her
funny.
midsection is just like this bizarre.
Like I almost feel like that they were like Capcom went up to Vengus, right? Vengus is the artist who drew. He's drawn all sorts of their games, but I feel like they went up to him and they were like, "Can you give us some rough sketches of all the?" I'm sorry,
it was a storyboard sketch.
yeah,
obviously.
like can you give us all?
I'm
this,
just thinking of Laura's body.
I know.
like can you give me us
just like
all the storyboard sketches by this date? And then he's like, okay. So he sketched them all and gave it to them. He's like, so you have it done, right? And he's like, what are you talking about? He was like, we asked you to have it all done by this date. He's like, no, you didn't. You asked for the storyboard sketches. Dang it, just use them, and that's it.
I feel
'Cause,
like
the
they-
picture of Vega, his claw is literally 3 lines. They're not filled in. They're literally 3 lines. It's like stick figure claw. Like he
pretty sure.
literally has stick figure claw.
They just were like, they blindfolded him and they made him use his non-dominant hand and spun him in circles. They're like, you have 30 seconds to draw every Street Fighter character that's ever existed.
Dude,
Go.
Seriously.
And they're pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, considering that, I suppose.
That's not even that bad
I
compared to
read
most
no.
of them.
that Mika one is.
That's like
better
a
than
better,
some.
yeah. That's
That
always
is
like,
probably the best one.
It's not fantastic,
yeah,
but
someone needs to find that. Someone needs to find that terrible Naga snake, Laura.
It's so funny. I saw it the other day. That's why I'm thinking about it.
I see it all the time, just right up here.
Every time she lands a crush counter and says boom.
Oh yeah, it was just a not a good release. That's for sure.
man.
And obviously we all hoped that they would improve it in that June, right? The update,
Uh-huh,
right? So the story
yeah.
came out. There was still no
Shadowfall.
arcade mode. The 2-player thing was still there. Online is still whatever.
Man.
And it's still the same. Like all those things are the same.
Oh.
Do we have the picture thanks to? Oh no, that's not it. Oh, no, that I don't even know.
Closer.
I don't know. Somebody linked a picture of a Photoshop woman on a hood of the car. And
I
It's
guess.
like, she's just as long as Jury's, or Laura's snake body.
Should have known never to suspect someone named Butt Wiener.
No, it's a rookie mistake.
Yeah, but I mean, not only that, but then even the later launches, then there was the root kit. Oh, there it is. There it is. Wait, where did you get? Was that from BGT?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Oh man, it's
Okay,
too good.
Okay.
what were they
Why
thinking?
did she look like that?
Oh my god.
That's
How
terrifying.
does it
Like,
even make any sense? Like, how do you do this to yourself?
she looks really, really hungry.
Oh my god, sorry. Hang on a second.
But she couldn't eat anyway. What do you mean?
She has no stomach.
There's no organs in
Literally
there.
has no,
No, definitely
stomach.
not.
Where is it?
Oh man. You know the Naga store there. There's food in there, down in the bottom section that they slither on. That's where the kidneys are.
Why can't I
That's where the
find this?
stomach is.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
there
no
it
organs
is.
in
There
there.
it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Actually, don't even change it.
That's perfect.
That's actually perfect.
Why does she look like that?
Oh my
That's
god.
when I think of season 1 of Street Fighter. I just want
That's
to
the
think of
stomach. That is literally the stomach. Like, how does?
The little lines in there, like she has a 6-pack, but like just suggested that it's a 6-pack. The whole picture is a suggestion.
that. It's pretty good. Boom. That's how you finish a fight and
This is how you start a drawing and not finish it.
finish it quickly.
Quickly.
It's pretty good.
And
Oh,
claw
and
with
then
stick figure lines.
Okay. Hang on, let me grab this here too.
Oh man,
Come on.
you can do it, Jimmy. Oh, what?
Hey,
Oh, look at him.
Dude,
Actually, I don't remember that one. That's really bad. I don't remember seeing that.
oh, okay. Why is this not? Okay, hang on. Let me do this again. Let me do this. Let me just.
This is too good.
Yeah.
Why is his proportion so weird?
Well, actually, here. Let me set.
And
this.
Chun-Li's legs should not be sideways like that. I feel like.
So bad.
Oh man, what a.
Anyway, Street Fighter 5's and everything other than gameplay was, I feel, probably the
What is
worst of any
going
major
on with you,
fighting game.
XSplit? Hello.
So
Thank you.
that's something that they need to address, but it seems like they're not. So I don't know what to say about that.
So there
Sucks
you
to
go.
suck.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it
There's,
does.
look at those Vegas claws.
Look at that guy.
Look at these claws, dude.
Look at his face. What's the expression? What like what?
It's like they drew him wearing a mask, but then he didn't have a
I
mask.
mean, look. The
That
claw.
actually might be it. Yo,
They drew
that's
him wearing
totally
a
what it
mask.
is. If you look at the outline of it, it's clearly the mask.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then-
they pooped a face right onto it. Because what expression is that? What do you think he's trying to emote? You know what I mean? Like, what's he trying to say with that expression on his
3
face?
lines.
It could be anything. This is tough, or nice work,
They're
or
lines. They're literally lines.
or I forgot to put on the real claw today.
I imagine it's like in a violin or something. He's just playing.
Yeah.
He's just playing the strings, like doing this that
Oh,
boy on the
man.
claw.
What is that face about? Yeah, I don't know what his emotion is. Could be anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was not good and continues not to be
You
good.
can't be serious after that. It's so hard. You can't look at that and be serious. It's like, can't believe that exists. In a modern Street Fighter title, giving away thousands
And
of
the
dollars to play it.
And you know what? The worst thing about it is like the artist is so good.
I know.
He's so good.
He can
like
do
the
some
art
good stuff.
that he's drawn is ridiculous.
Just gotta give him more than 5 minutes and blindfold him and make him use his non-dominant hand and spin him in circles and have him do the alphabet backwards.
For
and-
sure, that's what happened with the claw. Like, he definitely was like, okay, you're supposed to have the claw on, right? And then just when he was turning it in, somebody at Capcom was like, he's not supposed to have the claw on. And he was like, okay, put the face on.
And the mask, and the mask.
Yeah, the mask, yeah.
They drew him with the mask.
He's supposed to, no, maybe it was backwards. He's supposed to not have the mask, but have a
Have the
claw.
And he drew him with a mask
Oh.
and no claw.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. We've solved the puzzle here.
They're like, Laura, do you want her to have a body? No, just their upper half. And then boom, he had to draw it in there. It's like, oh man. Yeah, you have that is an
I mean,
excellent
look at
picture.
this.
Yeah.
So, let me pull this out here. Let me just throw this here real quick so that you can. What the heck?
Oh, you didn't do the thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did it wrong. Google's being Google. There we go. I'm sorry, Chrome is being Chrome. So
I
here
think
we
your
go.
computer is just being mean to you.
Probably. Let's grab this. And
Man, I
this
can't get
is-
over that Vega.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that when it launched.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know why it's doing that. It's
pretty
weird.
gnarly. Anyway, Bengus can really draw some nice stuff.
Yeah.
His name is Bangus.
Yes, his name is Bengus. Unfortunately, I guess. But yeah, I mean, like if I zoom it in, like look at this artwork that he's capable of drawing, dude. He's really capable of drawing.
You have
some-
Norimaru in the
Look.
back.
the claws
cool.
are not lines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
look
real
like
He's
they
claw.
might
got
be made out of
actual
metal there.
claws here, dude. So yeah, look at this. Anyways.
All right. Anything else to say about season 1?
No. I guess we can take a break, and when we come back, we can talk a little bit about the esports side of things.
Okay, let's
All
do
right,
that.
Be right back, guys.
Hey, all right. Welcome back to the show. Let's talk about season 1
You
players.
talk
What?
so fast. That was
Look,
sick.
Shout outs to Talking Fast.
That was just really funny to me.
So, who was the best player in season 1 of Street Fighter 5?
Dude, you know what? It's so funny. So SRK Rankings has been posting up all these polls of who do you think was the most consistent performer in Europe, the most consistent performer here in America, blah, 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 blah. And the funny thing about it was, like, he's not doing it based on his opinion. He actually, I think, has the 4 highest from his website from a numerical standpoint, from the rank.srk.com, and he's just putting all 4 of them in a random order, and he's just seeing if people can guess it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I've been trying to feel out some of that is really hard to say. So even like, for example, who was the best Street Fighter V player of the year? Like that is one of the hardest questions to answer.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on what you mean. Do you weight the whole year equally, or is it more important to have been the best towards the end when everybody had learned the game more? Or was
Yeah.
it, I mean,
Is
like,
it more important to have been dominant the longest?
yeah, right, the longest stretch of dominance, or
Clearly
to,
infiltration, right?
yeah, for sure, obviously. Is it more important to have won a lot of things, or to get top 8 at like everything, like Haitani did,
Yeah.
but like not winning things, right?
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
or Tokido got top 3 at like everything.
Yeah, I
basically.
think he is the most consistent.
but didn't
overall.
win as many things as some of. So, I don't know.
It's hard to say. I mean, like, obviously, the main stories, like, if you want to talk about, like, storyline from start to end, right, for Street Fighter V, obviously, the storylines are infiltration. Super dominant start. After Evo kind of disappeared, took kind of a mentoring role in Korea, kind of like shifted his position there a little bit, and then just kind of fizzled out at the end. Like, I've never would have ever imagined a player like Infiltration to kind of have a fizzle out like that.
It was unexpected.
Everyone was expecting that Capcom Cup comeback all of a sudden where it was like, this is what I have been sandbagging. And then he went 0-2.
Well, just like goes to character select and picks DiCaprio.
I know, right?
Like, what?
I mean, he had a really tough draw at Capcom Cup. I didn't think that either of his losses were upsets, really. Human Bomb and Mago.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really tough draw, actually, for him. So I didn't think that was that crazy, but it wasn't just Capcom Cup. It was the
Brooklyn
few months
beatdown,
before that. Of not performing as well as he had been at the start. Partially that's Nash and him not being as strong once people had figured out how to play against him. But Infiltration can definitely switch characters, and you saw him trying that. He played like Rashid and Boxer and Claw and whatever. But it didn't seem like he found that character that he was comfortable enough with to play against Chun or Karen.
Well,
or
he's
some
got
other characters.
Akuma now.
Yeah, maybe.
He tweeted out that that's the hello season 2, and it's a picture of Akuma.
Okay, that's cool.
So because he saw that Nash kind of got
Oh yeah, there's no reason to play Nash.
right.
There's only hardcore loyalists.
But Infiltration, definitely one of the biggest stories there. Second biggest story, of course, probably is Knuckle 2. And just the fact that he was okay at the game for a long time. In fact, even as recently as early September, at a first attack in Puerto Rico, he didn't even make top 8. So disgusted with himself, he flew home early. He changed his flight earlier and just said, I'm out of here, because he was just kind of frustrated with himself. And of course, he also had the personal issues that he had at one point in time. Almost took his own life until literally his dog saved him. And to come back and then win Capcom Cup and be that dominant, huge story, being one of the first US-born players to win any significant things since the launch of Street Fighter 4.
And Capcom Cup,
Yeah, right.
I mean, like, Snake Eyes won a premier event in Street Fighter 4.
Yes.
But, I mean, to win something like an EVO or a Capcom Cup or something like that, something of that significance.
I think, honestly, I would have Tokido at number 1 of 2016, of Season 1, because he was good the whole time. And Capcom Cup, again, just wasn't... This is part of why it's hard to pick somebody, because it's not just that Infiltration did poorly, it's that Tokido also went 0-2.
Yeah.
And I felt like Tokido's losses were worse than Infiltration's.
Yeah.
But other than that, he was so consistent the whole time.
Yeah.
Even just the few weeks before that, he was strong still. So
Yeah,
I feel like he was the most consistently top throughout the year.
Yeah.
So that's a good question. So 1-3 Creed asks if EVO is more prestigious win for Street Fighter V than Capcom Cup.
I definitely think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think probably is.
Beat 5,000 people is.
That's a marathon right there.
Yeah.
So.
The only reason maybe it's not is because it's earlier in the year, so the game's not as figured out.
Oh, sure, yeah. But at that time...
Yeah, winning it at that time is... That event still, to me, is like so...
Right.
EVO is still that thing for every game.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's the important part. Is EVO is always going to have the prestige because it's the prestige for every game.
Yeah.
Capcom Cup, like a lot of people have asked me before, like, which event is bigger, Capcom Cup or EVO? And I'm like, that's not even a question, because EVO is important for all the games, right? Yeah. It's important for all the fighting games. So.
I felt like Tokido was the best throughout the year, but I would say that the top 5, I don't know. I guess my top 5 would be something like, and it's probably everybody's, I don't know, Tokido, Infiltration, Do, Fudo, and then...
Xiaohai, probably.
Yeah, maybe Xiaohai, maybe Haitani.
Except for the 6-minute getting dunked.
Oh my god.
Man, if there's anything disqualifying...
That's the one.
That's the one. Yeah.
It was like, so the only thing I can think that was even close was Mark Teddy beating Fudo 4 rounds straight at NCR in Street Fighter 4.
Oh, that's right.
And that's like 3 minutes for a Street Fighter 4 2 out of 3.
Right.
But this is like a 6-minute
Street Fighter 5.
Street Fighter 5 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
You can't really get beat much faster than that. Like, I feel like
one of us could probably last at least 7 minutes against Knuckles. Like, I feel like 7 minutes is not unheard of in a 3 out of 5. We could just run away for 7 minutes.
Probably right.
Yeah, I feel like
I would lose for sure, but
I would definitely
yeah.
lose 3-0.
Yeah.
But 7 minutes? Like, I feel like if I think about it, I'm like, I could run for 7 minutes in 3 matches. I might be able to
I
do
could
it.
take a minute between games.
Yeah, because you just go to character select and think about it
Let
for
me
a minute
think
and a
about
half,
this, yeah.
and then you gotta beat. Like, I'm just thinking about it like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
6
people
minutes.
are talking about Cien for how well he did with.
Okay,
yeah,
I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
As a person, sort of like whether they win aside, how well did they do? How to phrase this? Like
overachieving,
considering,
overachieving, over.
Okay.
He gets the overachiever
How
award.
Yeah.
How many obstacles did they overcome?
You know what I told him at Capcom?
do definitely, but also Cien is up there.
I told Cien at Capcom Cup, I was like, I feel like your understanding of the game and your own character and all the matchups is like here, and everybody else is like here, but you're getting destroyed. Clearly, there is a problem.
Yeah.
If I feel like he's playing here when I watch him, and his opponent's here, and he loses, I'm like, I don't know how to explain this.
The thing is that there was no illusions on his part. He knew that character was weak.
Yep.
I remember talking with him like in month 1, and I was like, are you sure this is the right character for you? And he was like, yeah. Month 3, are you sure? And he was like, I'm going to
late.
stick with him.
Shucks.
Too late.
Yeah, month 6. I just we'll see how it goes.
Because the worst part about
Just
it was
went down.
Because the thing is, for the first
I don't have enough time for Urian.
for the first 2 months, it was like I can't change because Evo's coming. And then after 3 months, you're like, God, I know so much about this character. I
Yeah.
don't want to learn anybody
His
else.
2-minute Chun would have done so much better, though.
God.
Or maybe like 2-minute Ken.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Mika.
Yeah. Many different.
There's
characters.
much simpler characters that you could play. That even if he didn't understand at that level, he would have done better.
Yeah, he also has his own self-imposed weakness that he doesn't like playing characters that other people play.
Right.
And I understand how that is because that's how I am as
Yeah.
well. Like I am 100%
I get
about
it.
that. Like the more that people use a character, the more I don't want to use them.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get rid of that, which is why I've just been learning Cammy, which is why like, for a lot of these games I've just been okay, look, I'm just going to play this character. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, even as like a
There's only so many
sponsored
characters.
player, would you as a viewer like Cien as much if he was just like another like Chun-Li player who's
yeah,
doing
that's
well?
a good question.
Would you be as big of a fan of Cien if he was just like another Chun that does pretty well sometimes?
Would we be having this conversation if he was just a Chun? Would we be talking about Cien?
We might be talking about Cien losing in grand finals to Knuckle Dude,
yeah.
So,
Right, like-
but it wouldn't be like we wouldn't be having this extended 5-minute conversation about how well Cien did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wouldn't bother.
Even if he never played Gan in Street Fighter 4, right? If he just played like Eva Ryu and he was like, yeah, he's good at Eva Ryu, I guess. I don't know. The Eva Ryu player. Like, yeah, it's just that's the character choice
Yeah.
makes sense.
I guess we're just kind of talking about players and stories and stuff like that at this point in time. Obviously, another big story is L.I. Joe, right? I mean,
Right.
it wasn't just like a year consistent thing, but it was
Yeah.
that one moment in which Joe really was able to he just hit all the right notes. And like he got top 8 at Evo. His dad flew out.
That was crazy.
It was on ESPN, and like he has already like the story with the pink JanSport backpack. Like he was just made. He like where he fell into was just like perfect, and it was just all great. And I think it was a wonderful, a storied moment for him.
Agreed.
I honestly don't think it could have happened to a better person.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was definitely one of the best individual stories of the year, for sure.
I think it was just a good year for American Street Fighter,
Turned out to be.
which it never is.
It's actually a really good call.
Yeah,
But
maybe,
it was
maybe
the
it
one-
was the good year.
It was the one good year. If there'll ever be a year you're on your rocking chair,
Yeah.
good
Do
old,
you mean we
2016
actually
had a
have
lot
to-
of
yeah,
problems,
we-
but-
I was about to say we actually
Good old-
In video games.
Grandpa Davy G will be rocking back
Actually,
and
now that
forth,
you mention
playing
it-
Civ 10 on his tablet. And he's like, let me
Yes.
tell you about
Very
2016.
distant 20 years in the future.
Dude, it's weird too because it wasn't this a good year for a lot of American esports, right? Because this is also the year that EG won Dota.
This
And,
year?
Was it this year or was it last?
I think that was last year. I think this year they got third. Or second. I don't remember which.
I don't remember now. So
But yeah, it was a good year for American Street Fighter
for sure. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than this.
I don't.
Yeah.
Ever.
I doubt it will. Yeah.
Like maybe like 8 years ago.
Yeah, Ricky. Yeah, so some people are saying that no, it wasn't this year that they won. Okay,
No.
but Ricky Ortiz getting second place at
Awesome.
Capcom Cup, another great story because she was one of the greatest of pretty much all time. Like she's a Hall of Famer for Street Fighter for sure because she's been one of the best. But
sure.
for the past few years, since her second place finish at Evo against Daigo, like it's been kind of up and down for her. And to see that she performed so well there, I mean, like. She blew up Kazunoko. I mean, didn't blow him up, but she beat Kazunoko, who was
Kinda
last
blew
year's
him up.
champion. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But she had a bunch of clutch moments, and it sucks too because she always finishes second place, and it's frustrating.
yeah.
It's frustrating, but the fact that she got second place was such it's hard. You want to go up to Ricky and be like, dude, that was amazing. That was so good. But at the same time, that it's just it's like the dagger. It's
Well, yeah.
It's like God,
Yeah, it's nice. She said that she actually practiced a couple weeks leading up to it, and she is actually using a good character, which she always used to do. And everybody in America used to play good fighting game characters. And at some point in Street Fighter 4, everybody was like, "Oh yeah,
Rufus.
it's Rufus time," or now I'm gonna play Zangief only, or whatever,
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Rufus was good in vanilla.
Oh yeah, for sure. He was
Right.
good for like the first year, but then
Yeah,
that game lasted for like 7 years,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad that she's playing a good
Let's
character.
go, Ricky.
Yes.
Someone else also brought up the NCR Pool of Death storyline of Marn.
Yeah,
yeah,
Marn
that was
came
good.
out on top.
That was good.
Marn.
Marn.
Yeah.
Evo champion Marn.
Yeah,
He's a champion, Marn.
quite the player.
Yeah, only 4 people did anything legit with Mika, and they were all Evo or Capcom Cup champions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's true.
nerf her.
Dang, I was doing
Too good.
I was doing her clap in training mode today,
Uh-huh.
and like before it was like shh, shh, shh. Now it's like shh. And I'm like, oh, it's so slow.
Dude, I was actually I went through the whole change list yesterday, and like when I got to Mika's section, like I played the YouTube video on the side of taps.
I saw that.
It was just
That's
like
funny.
It was pretty bad. She still has a
She's
couple of
probably
things.
not-
that are
You know what? The thing is,
very
they
good.
didn't nerf anything that she had in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of her mix-ups are still going to be, I think, just as
Also,
potent
she
in
still
the
has
corner.
brimstone mix-ups mid-screen.
Mhm,
If she does
mhm.
command throw you,
Yeah.
and she gets a couple of different meaties off of clap. She can do clap, dash forward, jump roundhouse, and it's meaty.
Oh, really?
Like you cannot backdash there. You just
Oh,
get hit
because you
grounded.
tumble and you fall
Yeah,
down.
there's longer frames there. So like if
Oh.
Nash does V reversal, he gets hit, grounded, stuffed.
Right.
Like so, unless you do an EX invincible reversal,
safe
I
jump
actually
stuff.
agree with what Anime Lover says. Is Mika's probably better than Nash?
Very
the thing is,
possible.
Mika's where she got weaker was in that mid screen. Now she really, I feel like, is living up to what her original, like her footsies are supposed to be bad kind of reputation, right? I feel like her mid screen's not gonna be as good. She doesn't have the crouch fierce anymore. The clap is really weak. If she gets you with the Irish whip, she doesn't get the corner carry that she used to be. Well, she gets the corner carry, but not the damage off of the corner
Yeah.
carry anymore. So the mid screen part is where she loses, but she gets you in the corner. I feel like she can kill you the same way, which I'm fine with. I'm really sad they got rid of the wall bounce.
Yeah, me too. It was fun.
Because that was like the most unique move in Street Fighter V.
Yeah, it probably was.
Like
It was pretty sick.
completely. So I'm sad that that's not there. But
Oh, yeah.
I actually don't think Mika's gonna be as bad as people think she
Well,
is.
I would like to talk about season 2. Is there anything
Okay,
about
okay.
season 1 that you would like to continue on about first?
I mean, how did you feel about okay, so this topic here, Capcom Pro Tour, lots of issues with the scoring system, very complicated, very confusing. Hopefully they change a lot of it. What do you feel about their potentially removing the auto qualifier spots? Because I've heard both sides of the arguments, right? One is that then that removes that gatekeeping problem. Like, if you've already qualified, why are you entering and like ruining other people's chances?
Yeah.
But then the problem is, if it's only that way, then the tournaments at the later end of the year, there's going to be like 7 great players who just had who had a few bad tournaments that are out of the running, that they just might be like, I don't even want to go anymore because I have no chance. Without the auto qualifier, because of like SCR, Canada Cup, you got a lot of people go to those events because if they won, they got in. And that's not going to be the case anymore.
And you also have the chance, maybe not likelihood, but chance that somebody who you totally don't expect wins an auto qualifier, and so they're going to be in Capcom Cup. Whether that's a good or bad thing is up to others. I guess from a normative perspective, I think that's not a great thing, but to get rid of that is maybe unfortunate in some respects. So.
I feel like they need to keep just a few auto qualifiers.
Okay.
Maybe less than 16 that they had before. Maybe lower it to 8.
Yeah, okay.
Also, the two main things. I mean, do you guys have anything else? I don't want to dominate this topic.
I feel like the best suggestion that I've heard about how to structure the season was from Nasser, who said that he thought that they should weight the events more heavily towards the end of the season. So that if you are somebody who wins the first 2 events, and then, because you figured out the game quickly, but you don't keep up, why should you be in Capcom Cup at a point when, because Capcom Cup takes place at the end of the year.
Right.
The question is, are you still a good player by that point? And you had people who learned the game later, like Bonchan, who didn't qualify, but he probably would have done all right at Capcom Cup. He might have done well because he was playing so well, but he just didn't have that time. Okay. And since it's this season-based thing of changes, then the season comes, it's always going to be like that. It's not going to be the case that we're going to have the game for 4 years and everybody just gets to play. So I think that's a really good idea to weight it towards the end. But
I also really want a very sharp curve on point distribution. First place, 256 points, for example. That's a ranking event, right? Second place, 128. But from there, it shouldn't drop by half anymore. The drop-offs should be flatten out. In fact, start giving points all the way down to top 16, top 32 maybe, and flatten it out a little bit more. Because that way, yes, the first place person gets a lot of points, but then everyone under there. So, for example, Evo. In fact, I even wrote this all out. I have it all mathematically in a notepad, right? So, Evo, for example, you would get 1,024 for winning. Second place would get 512, but then the third place would still get 300 and something like that.
I think that's a good idea.
And it flattens out.
Makes sense.
And then, of course, the last thing that I would really like to see is spread out pay.
Yeah, I think that's most
everybody
important.
wants that. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Okay, season 1 happened. You want to talk about season 2?
Let's do that.
Sure.
Cool. All right, season 2 changes. Now, they were announced yesterday.
Yeah.
Have you guys had a chance to review them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's been toying with them because everybody got a chance, or a lot of people got a chance to get their hands on them today, right when they came out. But I think a lot of people have been looking over them and overly reacting. Usual. I think the big problem is, and so when I went over the Killer Instinct patch when they had their big patch a few months ago with in Filament, we talked about everything. And the one thing that I think people have trouble at when they look at patch notes, and this is for any game, is instead of looking at changes and considering the entire game, they look at things in a vacuum. So there was a character like Glacius, right? In the patch we were looking at, Glacius had a few nerfs, but I actually thought that he had his changes were only nerfs. But I feel like he was one of the best characters. He gained the most from that patch. Okay. Because when you look at things in the entirety, right? You look at if your character gets nothing changed to them, but all your bad matchups get nerfed, your character is better this patch.
For sure.
Right? So you really have to look at the entire patch and try to conceptualize that instead of just looking at your character. So not only just system changes and consider how that helps your character, right? If you're a character that gets a lot of long block strings with medium attacks, or if all your pokes are medium attacks, then the gray damage change will help you.
Right.
If you're Zangief, where your best poke is jab, it doesn't build gray damage, so the gray damage change is not helpful to you. Yeah. But if you're like Cammy and you get 3 mediums, then oh man, the gray damage change is great for me.
Right.
So you have to think about system changes.
For sure.
You have to think about other characters that get nerfed. If you're a character who was mid-tier this season and lost to all the top-tier characters, but did fine against all the weaker characters, you're probably super buff right now. You know what I mean? So that's why when you look at changes like that, you have to consider where the game will shift and what characters will be good, besides just what your character lost and gained.
Yeah, I think that all is very well said. And it's not always easy to take all that stuff into account.
Right.
And especially when the changes
it's
are
92 pages.
Comprehensive. Yeah. I mean, I would rather them err on the side of being super comprehensive, for sure. But on the other hand, I don't know that we needed, all of these things, or maybe not in triple space, like
double,
Well,
like
they also
10
screwed up
words
the
per
formatting
page.
a lot too.
Yeah.
There's
This
a lot of
site is
typos.
excellent.
The site was good.
Yeah,
The site's really good.
game.capcom.com has a much better version.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I love this.
So I had a chance to play with it today.
Yeah.
I looked into the characters that I cared about most, which are Zangief and Dalsum and Bison and Fang. I wanted to get to Ryu, but didn't have enough time. I thought Zangief seems like he's a little bit better. As we said before, I thought he was one of the worst characters.
I mean, what I was thinking about doing is let's just go through the list of all the
Sure.
characters
Good
and let's
idea.
just say up, down. Like, do we like? Let's do two things, right? Do we think they're stronger or weaker or same? And do we like the changes? Do we not like the changes?
First,
kind of
you want
thing.
to talk just like generally what we think the changes will do, because
overall system-wise.
one,
right?
one thing to
Okay,
consider is
go
that
for it,
almost
go
every
for it.
character has universally been affected by the same kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of characters. First of all, there's a grey damage change, right? Where grey
Mm-hmm.
damage will return slower. So you know if you're a character that gets grey damage in situations, it's going to be better for you. Like Dalsum Flame Carpet is a good example of something that builds tons of grey damage. So
It cooks people on the ground.
it does cook
A little
people
bit,
on
yeah.
the ground, yeah. So you have to consider that. One thing about this season is that lots of Oki situations are nerfed to give you less frame advantage. So one of the big things that happened was that a lot of characters' throws, they don't get anything off of it. Basically returns them to neutral.
Yeah.
and
Which
they're
was
less damaging in the first place.
and less damaging. But the big thing is there
Less
was
stun as
there
well.
was not a lot of damage nerfs. It was a lot of stun nerfs. That was the one thing that a lot of characters got. Like Ryu did not lose a ton of damage. He just lost stun. So instead of killing you in 2 hits because he's stunning you, he has to hit you an additional time or two just because the stun values aren't there to get the big stun. So yeah, a lot of characters lost pressure because of that. So when you look at characters who lost reversal tools, I don't think that's really that bad because the offense is very rarely as oppressive as it was this season. There's a lot less situations where that happens.
I think that's true.
Another thing is, if your character's weakness in last season and in this season is like they have bad defense, I don't think that's really a weakness anymore. Because nobody has good defense now. Like universally, defense is all worse. Everybody has worse defense.
It's interesting because
as bad or worse.
it's all worse and all kind of better because of the less
Right.
Oki situation, right? So, for example, if Ryu forward throws you, he's not going to get the rocket.
Right.
He's not going to get the
Solar
plexus
Called that a
strike.
rocket punch?
You know what?
Is that what it was
Sick.
called?
No.
That's way
In
cooler.
Super Turbo, that's what we actually called it. Was the rocket punch?
Oh, is that like the colloquial?
Yeah.
Because it came out right around Children of the Children of the Atom was way later. I think we called it Rocket Punch. Just
Toto was not
because
that much later, man. It was like a year at most.
I just know we had called it Rocket Punch
Yeah.
forever, and Overhead was the Can Crusher.
Oh, I've heard that.
Oh,
one,
yeah.
Yeah,
heard
so it was
that too.
Rocket Punch and Can Crusher. So,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Solar Plexus.
Yeah, whatever. Man.
So, yeah, everybody whose defense was their big weakness, if that was your character's biggest weakness, you're doing great now. Because everybody's defense
Better.
is worse.
Yeah.
If your character has a 3-frame button, you should be very happy this season. Because lots of characters lost theirs,
Yeah.
and with reversals being weaker, having a 3-frame button is super important.
Dude, that's why when I was looking through Bison's changes and I saw that it got a 3-frame
Stand
button,
like
I
it.
was just like, that is the biggest change. Like,
super
you
big.
don't even
It's
know
nice.
how important that is. You
Yeah,
know?
that's an incredibly big change. So when I look at the game overall, any character who is a neutral bully and has like 3-frame normals is way better right now. And any character who can still keep up Oki and has like really strong knockdown situations and didn't lose them or can get to a situation where they will get them is also super great. Those are like the 2 things right now I think are most important. So that's why to me characters like Urien and characters like Ibuki who have built-in like auto mix-up situations that didn't go anywhere are super good right now.
Yo, Ibuki has more access to Air EX Kunai, which I already felt was the best
one
move
of the
in
best
the game.
too. Yeah, it's one of the best tools in the game.
I legit think that's the best move in the game.
It's so good.
And she has it more in a game where it's harder to get in and keep things going. So
And
yeah.
she started with him, not like Jury, who had to charge him
I know, right,
and
yeah.
are garbage, right? Like, she
Yeah.
started with
Yeah.
6 of them. Yeah.
So I was writing out today all my thoughts on season characters, and I realized I was like, man, the damn game's out already. I don't need to look at the patch notes, so I just did like a summary of what I
Right.
felt it was, and that was basically what I read out off the top of my head. I don't remember the rest of it, but that's probably most of it. So that's my theory
I think those are
fighting.
good points.
Yeah.
No,
for sure.
it's interesting because to me, the area that I'm looking at most right now is going to be the jumping game.
Okay.
Because the jumping game, there's no anti-air jabs, right? So people are going to need to play a better anti-air game. Because it's hard to jump in on people and catch them off guard if they can jab you out of the air, right? So if that stops working, now people are going to have to play a stronger anti-air game, which means their ground game might suffer. So I actually feel like we're going to get kind of a more interesting ground game now.
Okay.
Right, because now that's going to be a little bit more the focus, and they gave everybody all these really interesting air-to-air tools now.
There are
like
many,
Ryu can do that jump medium punch into Tatsu, and then combo into a super.
Right,
So it's
yeah.
like, oh, you jump. Akuma basically has uppercut FADC.
It's -5.
Yeah, he's what's that?
Can have
It's
that.
-5.
Well, but I mean, if you jump at him, he's gonna uppercut, cancel, and then
Oh,
get like
yeah.
this big old damage off of that, right?
Yeah.
And then, Mika, Karen have the knockdown with their jump attacks now,
Right.
and Rashid got one as well.
Also, as everybody's pointing out, jabs are still good anti-airs a lot of the times. I think the problem with them
Yeah,
is they just
not-
don't hit behind them.
They're
That's like the
also
big
a
change.
little lower as
Some-
well.
some are lower,
Yeah,
Some
are
are
lower.
Yeah, but lots of the jabs still work just fine. It's just like they don't hit behind the head,
Okay,
which used to
okay,
happen a lot,
okay.
and then they don't get a good mix-up behind you.
Right.
That's
Push
like the
back
big
more,
thing.
right.
Lots of characters still have anti-air
Okay,
jab.
okay.
I know
I haven't had a
Zombie
chance to play it yet, so I haven't seen.
Yeah, lots of
how it
characters
felt.
still can use it.
But I'm really curious to see how it's going to play out. Like, I feel like this air-to-air game is actually going to be kind of important for some
Okay.
characters, and I think that's kind of cool. Because the thing about it is there was also the other problem, too, where if someone jumped at you and your reaction was to jump and hit them out of the air, a lot of the times they landed first
Yeah,
and they could punish
that
you,
sucked.
right? But now if you're like Mika or Karen, you can literally jump medium punch. Same thing with Rashid, and even if you don't chain into it, you're going to knock him down. You'll have an advantage situation. And Olaf was actually saying that he was doing crazy mix-ups with Mika in the corner where he would bounce you off the wall and do jump medium punch which would cause knockdowns, and like he would get like weird
Okay, I can see
setups
cool
and
stuff.
stuff like
Sure.
that off of that. So it's definitely some interesting stuff gonna happen. In this
Okay.
game, so.
All right. I definitely think that the neutral game could be more interesting. I'm kind of sad that they nerfed invincible reversals.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
It's not that the characters who had them were very strong, but it's not that is what made them strong. It's that they had a lot of tools. In some cases, basically every tool. So that's why they were super good. Although I guess as our top 3 shows, only one of those characters had that real invincible, not EX meter reversal.
Yeah.
So it ended up maybe not being that important in any case. But I think that it just makes the cast more similar. Like there's less variation now because nobody. I feel like the Wake Up game is so similar across different characters, which I think is kind of unfortunate.
I would have added more uppercuts.
Would
I
you?
would- I just would have made Jury's a pinwheel an actual uppercut.
Yeah.
Like I would have probably made a couple of other ones, just make them make Guile have actual uppercuts, make Laura's bolt charge thing maybe an actual
I don't know.
uppercut.
I think
I just feel like a game where you knock Ryu down and he can't do a Shoryuken. It's like it kind of hurts my heart a little bit. You know?
So next time-
even in Marvel, when there like so few things in that game are like actual invincible reversals, he has a legit DP.
It's like
So
the
in other
most
words-
iconic thing. Like you think about Street Fighter, you think about you yell
Yeah.
something kind of resembling
Well, that's what I
Tatsu.
said. That's what I said. Like
You kind of yell something resembling a
Yeah.
Hadouken, and then like an
Pat the Flip
uppercut.
is not
at the end of the
Yeah.
year, Ono's gonna walk up and be like, "Hey, everybody, yell Shoryuken," and then
I'm
we're all
like,
gonna get
we're gonna
meated
get
and we're all
stuff.
gonna-
Yeah, we're all gonna get meated. There's no way. It's not invincible. I'll have to use
That's
EX.
And
not
I
using
don't
EX for
like
that.
I don't like the homogenization on that. I think it's a bad change. I think it's gonna make it so that it's because also the thing is that whole meaty command throw mix up. So because you took away the uppercuts, I think the characters with the command throws got stronger.
Sure, for sure.
Right. So
Yeah, I was speaking with Perfect Legend on Twitter for a little bit, and I thought he had an interesting idea, which is that some characters still have invincible tools, but they're upper body or lower body invincible,
Yeah.
rather than completely invincible. And so it might be the case that at some point people know, for example, maybe one character likes to meaty with a low, right?
yeah,
Okay,
okay,
uppercut
okay.
through that. Maybe one character likes to meaty with a higher attack, whatever it is. Like people are going to start figuring these things out and adapt, and there's going to be an interesting game around whether to do wake up jab DP or fierce DP or whatever it may be. So
Right.
that might be. If so, I think that's cool. I feel like that's something that would happen in like year 3, maybe not like year number 1, which is all we're gonna get unless they keep that change in season 3.
Right.
So I don't know, but I thought that was a cool idea.
Okay.
I don't like that change about invincible DPs, but I did Well, I also don't like the lack of throw follow-ups, I guess I should say.
I don't love it either, yeah.
What do you think about the...
I do like the gray life change, though.
I was just about to ask.
I really like
how
that.
do you
I
feel like
thought
the
that
gray
was-
life change is going to affect
Well, I
the
thought
game?
that was like the most interesting and unique thing, the most unique thing about Street Fighter V. So I like that they're playing that up, and it goes well with the fact that throws are worse, because if throws are just worse and there's no gray damage change, then you take the throw every time, right? and who cares? But with gray damage being in there, you are still worried about a grab, even though it resets the situation. So I think that those two go all right together.
I think Alioun, was it Alioun or someone said, he's like, basically you have to almost kind of consider gray health as real damage in this new season, because like saving a lot of gray health is just not going to happen.
It's like
you know?
cashing out health in KI. Like it's pretty likely that you're going to get it in many situations, but you have to be real worried about it.
Yeah, it changes the way you play.
Yeah.
Your character, you'll just kind of play way more defensive if you have a lot of gray life. You'll be like scared to move or hit buttons or go in or anything.
And that's going to make you more susceptible to taking more gray life.
Right.
Which is actually kind of cool.
I'm fine with the gray
I
life
like
change.
having
I
the
think that's
gray
cool.
life affect how you play.
Yeah.
It should.
Definitely.
It should.
But
Yeah.
I'm sad about no throw loops actually, and like throw pressure.
Dude, when I did back throw with Fang and he ends up like a character length away rather than point blank, I was like, oh man, this happened. I was going through Fang, and at the end of my exploration of him, I was like, I wish that they had like buffed some of his setups. Like for example, here's a cool setup, and I did back throw because I was gonna do a back throw setup into him. So, and it just didn't work at all.
No.
And I thought he's like, here you go. I thought that was disappointing. He was the only character who had that like right next to the opponent, so I thought that maybe they would keep that because it's so unusual. But no.
Yeah, I don't love the lack of throw loops and like just the throw pressure in general. I thought it was so cool that in the corner you get thrown and you're like, oh god, am I gonna get thrown 8 times? It's like, and that feeling after like the second or third throw.
After the third throw is impossible.
It's irreversible. Like that feeling, you'll never feel that feeling playing any other game.
That's the worst.
But that is just you're just like, oh, the way you feel in your mind at that point is so. Everybody has been there, and so like it just sucks. Like that is such a good feeling.
Yeah, it's good to have the game have that feeling.
Yeah, so like I'm just really sad about that.
Many view reversals were made worse.
Oh yeah, all view reversals universally
Is
pretty
it
much
every
slowed down.
Well, he slowed every one of
Every
them down
single
by
one?
like
Oh.
1 frame.
1 or
it
2
looked like,
frames each, yeah.
Okay.
Ken still has one of the fastest ones at 12, but
12.
like everybody
Oh, okay.
else is like around 16 now.
Oh wow.
They universally slowed them down. I think that's part of like they were worried that if they made damage, so they have to be slower because they add gray damage. So if your reversals stay fast and really good, then that's a free way to get tons of gray damage so that people can't get back quickly. So that's one of the reasons I'm guessing V reversal is nerfed. The other one is that pressure is not as generally oppressive this season. So your V reversal doesn't need to be as fast to stop as many things when.
Okay. I guess
When
that
somebody
makes sense.
finally does get in, they need to they gotta earn that offense, right? Like if everything they do is V reversal, well, that kind of sucks. So, yeah, I think those are the 2 reasons that I figured the V reversal changes happened.
Yeah, Fangs got buffed actually. Fangs is 5 frame faster on
Yeah.
the clip.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, he doesn't have a hit. He's not.
And
adding
he
any
recovers
gray out.
instantly, basically.
It's
Like
it's a
you
lot
can't
better.
you can't.
I don't think he has a
punish
recovery
him.
frame.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can't
think he has
punish
a
him.
recovery.
But
I
like
didn't test that.
Nash
Someone had a video of that where they literally did Chun lightning leg EX legs, and he was like
Yeah.
whoop and blocked it.
Oh,
So,
weird. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, and like that's the difference with.
They brought Nash back. Well, whatever.
Oh yeah, so Nash's doesn't go as far.
Yeah, Nash's
and
is worse, but
Rashid's doesn't
Fangs
go
is
as
better
far.
now, I guess. Okay.
Well, I mean, let's go over all the characters here
Sure.
real quick. So Ryu, I just think through the universal changes, Ryu was a little worse because
Yeah.
his forward throw and his V reversal were both really good, and his uppercut was really good. All 3 of those things got nerfed just by nature of the game.
And a game where you play more footsies is not good for this version of Ryu, I don't think.
However, his EX fireball's like positive on block now.
That's cool, I guess.
I think he's going to be able to fish for damage a little bit better. But outside of that, I think he's probably just going to stay kind of where he is. I think he's going to be really solid. I don't think it got worse. I don't think it got better.
I think he got worse.
I think it's interesting that Stanfierce is cancelable into specials in Trigger, so there's like a real reason for him to care about Trigger rather than just canceling it like, into it, right? Like it was rare that you would really find a Ryu who was like, I gotta be in V Trigger, that's gonna be super important. So I like that. I think that's cool. I wonder if you can do anything cool like Stanfierce into EX Fireball for some guard break setups. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, if it did get worse, I feel like it's only a slightly.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah. Ken.
Ken, I feel like is still very strong. Clearly, he got nerfed in an absolute sense, but the fact that he still has... So, when I first heard, for example, about EX Air Tatsu being worse, I thought this is a terrible idea. Why would you spend meter for that? But knowing, or at least having thought a little bit more about how the game could play, I think that ability to get in is still quite good. It's still quite good. And he has hit confirms that in some cases are buffed.
Right.
Which is nice.
Dude,
Crouching short, sand short, cool.
He has a legit...
Crouching medium kick into EX Hurricane, I think is a link.
Yeah, he's got a
That's
legit,
really good.
He's got a legit combo off an overhead now.
Yeah. So that he has a hit confirmable stuff off of both lows and overheads. I don't know if anybody else has that.
He also has crouch strong into super link, like in Third Strike now. You can just walk up low strong, link into super, hit confirm.
Can you do that with crouching medium kick too? I think they buffed that.
I don't think crouching medium kick is +5. I don't think it's +5. Crouching
I'm
medium
gonna look it up
now. But Ken is gonna be different. And they're going to find some cool new things with him. I don't think he's unplayable like a lot of the Ken players are saying right now.
They also thought he wasn't good last season.
Right. I know, for example,
take that with a huge
Christitarian was just like, I'm playing somebody else now. I'm playing somebody else now. So
that guy's going to play Ken.
It seems to me like he still has most of his tools intact in a game where many people don't have their tools intact. His pressure is still good.
Dude,
his damage is still good.
The universal nerf on overheads. Every overhead is now -6, right? I'm not a fan of that.
Agreed.
Ken's overhead is safe on block. Yeah. And if he hits you, he can combo into something.
And he can fake the animation into a low. Yeah, that's super good.
I think he's good, man. I still think he's strong.
I think the Thunder Kick is going to be one of his main new tools.
Yeah.
I just think it's good,
It was already used, but now it's going to be used for more important damage. So yeah, I think Ken is still strong.
Okay. Chun.
I think Chun is still strong.
Still good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she got nerfed maybe a little, but...
A little bit, yeah.
Did you see her meterless V-trigger crush counter combo, dude?
Yeah. I didn't so the thing about Chun and Ken and Cammy and Alex and a lot of characters is like one of the other things they did this season is universally nerf tools that just get you in and bypass footsies. And so stuff like dive kicks, like Chun's air legs, Cammy dive kicks, Ken dive kicks, elbow dash, anything that just kind of like Nash, anything that just bypasses footsies and just like gets you in or out or stuff like that has just been nerfed.
Except for Birdie.
What? Well, from Birdie.
His EX headbutt's -2 now.
Oh.
Yeah. This is actually really nice.
I mean, but I don't consider that like the same as like those other moves are in like a whole nother category, I think. But like, I think that will, I mean, even for Birdie, I thought you were talking about the chain dive.
Oh, no, not that.
I was like, well, even after that, he doesn't get as good Oki anymore because the slide's worse, right? So like, I think they universally took away any like just get in for free and tried to make it like you play ground game, and if you do one of these moves, it's because you have a good read that it's going to work. Like, that's the whole thing.
That strengthens Chun-Li in general.
Yeah, that's a good change for her.
That fireball is still super strong.
Yeah, it is.
Nash got his butt kicked, I feel.
I actually don't think it's that bad.
I think he got his butt kicked.
In a game where you play way more neutral, there's way less you just get touched and you die scenarios, he's naturally going to be a better character.
But they nerfed the movement.
They did nerf the movement, that's true. But
I don't know what he's going to... Like, I don't know what Nash does now, I guess. Like, why? Like, what am I doing with Nash?
He just throws the best fireball in the game and anti-airs you and keeps you out with that.
Does he anti-air you?
And ground games.
The one interesting anti-air that I saw is that his medium kick, his new target combo, medium kick to heavy kick into medium kick, I think it is.
Medium kick, heavy kick, V-skill.
Oh, that's what it was. But you can do that on whiff. Yeah. And the first kick is super fast. So when you do 1-2, it like goes in the second one. So if you anticipate the jump, you can do that, and the second hit becomes a soft knockdown, so you get juggles off of it. Yeah. That's the only thing I can see, but like,
I don't think a lot of the things in the game like play to his strengths.
They really buffed that back medium kick though.
Yeah,
I think season 2 is exactly where he wants it to be.
I just don't. I don't feel like I'm going to be worried about like he takes up space on the ground worse.
Right.
Medium kick scythe is now worse for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know. That nerf was kind of weird to me. But still, at the max distance, it's still pretty safe.
Like he can't escape.
Yeah.
In the same way. Right. So here are the things that I thought about Nash: movement, mid-range control, escapes. I feel like they all got worse.
Yeah.
So other than people who are like real Nash fans,
Well,
I don't know why you'd use him.
He's still decent. I guess he's a little better. Maybe.
I don't think he's going to be
close.
terrible. I'm not trying to paint him as being like the worst.
Right. Okay. But I think he might have got
Maybe.
nerfed the most out of everybody.
Yeah,
I think he got.
over nerfed.
I think he was a mid-tier character who got nerfed the most, and I think that's dumb.
Yeah, he did get over nerfed for sure.
Okay.
I think maybe just because the character was simple, and like he did have a lot of success, even though like it wasn't at the last half of the year, and also maybe in fear of like a version of this game where last season's Nash is in season 2. I think he would be like the
That
best
character would be strong.
He'd be like the best
Sure.
character.
Good.
Sure.
So like I can see the preemptive. Capcom was like, all right, we can't let that happen. But yeah, probably a little overboard. They should have kept one thing in.
What?
Of the 3 you mentioned.
Cammy.
Yeah, I'm with
Because
you.
he still has the best Fireball game.
I think Chun-Li has the best fireball game.
It's still pretty good, yeah.
What about Cammy?
Cammy is super good, dude. She
Cammy
was top
players-
tier and they buffed her, James.
I can't believe it.
Oh my
dude.
god.
Cammy's
Dude,
going to be
should've-
super messed up this season.
You should have watched me when I was reading her
did.
changes,
I
and I
did,
couldn't
bro.
stop laughing.
I saw that.
I
That's crazy to me.
couldn't stop laughing.
I saw you like the first buff you came across. You were like, they buffed whatever it was.
Standing
Stand
medium
strong.
punch, yeah,
You were like,
uh-huh.
what? And then they even buffed it again, and you were
Uh-huh.
like, what?
Yeah, dude.
They buffed her medium kick to be 1 frame faster because that move wasn't degenerate
Dude,
enough. I
Her
was like,
back
all right.
medium punch is now +1.
Yeah.
She has more damaging combos in the corner than she's ever had before
I
at the
can't
cost of
believe she got
1
buffed.
bar. Like, I found a combo that's basically, if I stun you and I get a free jump in on you, like, without the pre-stun hits, I can do a 353 damage on 1 bar. Right? And it's just like,
The system changes helped her because she gets tons of medium normals to give you
Right?
gray damage. Like,
yeah.
the system changes to make all the throws put you back to neutral is totally cool with her because that's how she was anyway.
She's already there.
Like, she still gets meaty pressure off of drill,
Oh,
which like
dude.
everybody
and
lost.
now no one
meaty-
has an uppercut.
Yeah, she lost meaty pressure, or lots of characters lost meaty pressure. She
Uh-huh.
still has meaty pressure. Her grounded footsie game
Dude.
was one of the best in the game. It got buffed. Like, I don't know.
She has better meaty pressure now because everything leads into a drill. Because
They
drills
also
juggle.
she gained additional active frames on
Uh-huh.
like her jab and like short, I think, so that she can cover.
Yeah, those were universal. The
Right.
jabs were universal.
But that was
changes,
one of the
right?
things that she had trouble with was meeting after
Right,
drill anyway.
uh-huh.
So like, yeah, I don't know who decided all these changes, but they hella
No,
messed
everyone
up.
kept joking like,
They messed up.
who did you pay, James? And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know, but I definitely paid somebody.
It's so stupid.
Because like it was all the things that I
her
didn't
fierce is still 6 frames.
like. There was a lot of things that I kind of wanted, and they like fixed a lot of those things, and I was like, no, you don't do that. Like you don't like.
Don't
when-
listen to me.
No, it's just when a player who uses that character wants a bunch of buffs. Usually, that's a terrible idea.
They buffed all her tomfoolery stuff,
Uh,
and they buffed her good stuff. That's so stupid
Dude,
to me. I'm really
she's-
mad about her changes.
I don't know what the deal is there,
Yeah.
but congrats.
she's gonna be so
Congrats to
good.
Cammy.
As like a
players.
tier enthusiast, I'm actually almost so mad about Cammy. I don't want to play her, but then I'm like, oh yeah, she's good.
You should play her.
Yeah.
You're like, this character's too... You know what? Like, I had a friend in college who, when he would play the original Killer Instinct, right, there was an unblockable. Basically, when Glacius did this little ice spike, it
Did you
was...
get the timeline there?
Yeah,
Alright, go
I
on.
know, right? It was at a range... There was a range where it could hit you, but it wouldn't trigger proximity blocking.
Okay.
And so some guy was like, hey, can I challenge you? He's like, sure. Like, so he doesn't know who this guy is, and he just started hitting with him, and like, I'm standing next to him, and he just keeps turning and he's like, look at this, how stupid this is. This is the stupidest thing. He can't block it. He can't do anything. This is the stupidest thing ever. Hit him down. Got up, hit him. Got up, hit him. And he's like, this
Sounds
is the
very
dumbest
dumb.
thing. And the guy was just like,
I would be that guy.
he was looking, and so that's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah.
you're going to be. You're going to be like,
Stupid.
Cammy is so stupid, and then you're going to play her and beat up everybody.
Stupid character. She should not have gotten the buffs that she got.
Yeah.
Fully agreed.
100%.
Capcom
Okay.
hella messed up.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, Cammy's going to be
Oh.
super good.
I was
So-
really infuriated reading her changes.
I'm surprised.
Karen.
What do you think about Karen?
Karen, I think overall, like, they gave her a lot of better juggle combos. Because all of her things don't push back as far, so she's going to get some cooler juggle combos. I think she's going to be interesting, and I think just by nature of the fact that, like you said, the game is going to be so much more footsie-based, I think that generally buffs her up.
Yeah, I
a
think
lot.
Makes sense.
I think she's chilling.
Yeah, she certainly seems good to me.
Dude, they might as well have just given Cammy a fireball at this point in time. I mean,
Stupid.
seriously.
Hooligan.
Standing Fierce should just throw a fireball automatically.
It basically is. It's such a stupid button.
degenerate stupid.
Yeah, I
people.
feel like Karen is strong for sure.
Uh-huh.
The pressure
she's
is
chilling.
mostly intact. Stand short is like 1 frame less advantage, but that's
Yeah.
totally reasonable.
Uh-huh.
She has good movement still.
Yeah, and the fact that her weakness always
Good
was
buttons.
kind of generically, her anti-air is not good. They gave her the jumping medium punch, which knocks down now, so she has that option. And 2, everybody's anti-air got a little bit weaker. So
Many characters.
so it kind
Everybody losing invincible uppercuts helps her a lot with her pressure.
Yes.
More neutral game helps her. The throws resetting to neutral helps her because she had that anyway. Yeah, all the changes
Yeah,
are good for her.
I
And she
think
still has a
Karen's
3-frame jab.
of.
I think she
Chilling.
seems good.
I think she got off super great.
Okay.
Zangief.
Zangief. So I think the Zangief is a little bit stronger. I think that things in the game kind of go towards his favor in the first place, even if he didn't get buffed. Like the fact that many characters have lost their knockdown into pressure. His knockdown into pressure was never, in my opinion, very very compelling, but it is there still, and that's nice.
Yeah.
They buffed Crouching Strong so that it's like an important link button now.
Right.
And against 4-frame characters, you can do Strong, Fierce, or EX Pile Driver, and then dash up and do Crouching Strong Medium
Yeah.
against 4-frame button characters.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I think that's really good.
Since you've gotten a chance to mess with them, I noticed that the Fierce and EX SPD leave you closer. Does it give him better setups?
It's
Or?
the same. It doesn't.
But
it's
also
not
another
relevant.
question. So
You have to
'cause
dash.
I'm not 100% sure. So Zangief standing roundhouse and a bunch of buttons used to be +1. So like standing roundhouse was +1. So if he
Yeah.
hit you with that, could he combo into super or no?
Negative.
So now that it's +2, he can combo into him, right?
Yes.
So everything that's now +2, like that, crouch fierce, everything he should be able
Yeah.
to combo
The
into.
crouch.
him.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, he can.
Okay,
The Crouch Fierce one is strange to me. It's still unsafe on hit, and I don't know why I would use that. Crouching Strong is an easy hit confirm. Forward Fierce is better. I don't know. That's whatever.
Well, because the thing about it is, like, if you do a meaty, like, you see a lot of players walk up, they do low jab, you block the low jab, and then they hit standing roundhouse just in case you try to jump back or something like
Yeah.
that. So now you're covering jump back, and then if you hit them on the ground, then you can combo into a super.
But if
right?
they block, it's -4 and.
Oh yeah, okay,
so-
okay.
I don't think I would use that, but anyway, so some of his pressure got a little bit better. Some of the hit confirms are better. Lariat is definitely a better anti-air.
Oh, as an anti-air
For sure,
as well.
it's a better anti-air.
Okay.
I tried things like Chun jump forward roundhouse, which just sliced through it before.
Huh.
Now it's easy to anti-air, and even things that are like cross-ups that would for sure beat him before. I tried, and he could lariat them now. So he's definitely a better defensive character, and many characters lost their defense to some degree, so that's nice. The lariat combos are weird. Like, for some reason, they made it so that crouching jab to stand short doesn't work. I don't know.
I don't know. You know what?
Oh.
That doesn't seem like it goes along. Like, so lariat has more range, so you think
Right,
to yourself, cool, crouching jab, stand short, lariat. Doesn't work because stand short.
Yeah. When I saw that change, I was really surprised.
Very, very unusual decision. But it's no big deal. You just use, like, crouching jab, or crouching strong into stand short.
Right.
Whatever. Like, there's plenty of stuff to be done about it. So I feel like he is probably better. I don't think he's going to be like some fantastic character.
Great
but
damage
he's-
change definitely sucks for him.
That does definitely suck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that sucks.
especially they didn't change his V skill.
Yeah, it absorbs just as much as it did before.
Right.
So that sucks.
They should have made it so if the flex hits you, you should give him all his gray life back.
No, just let him take a little bit less percentage of,
right.
you know.
I know.
Whatever. That is definitely unfortunate for him, but I'm still going to use it because it's useful.
Yeah.
Even in season 1, not many characters had something that was like basically a frame 1 solution to things in the way that he did. So now that even fewer characters have that,
Right.
I like it. So it's.
All right.
I would have buffed him differently, but what are you gonna do? Zangief seems alright.
So I mean, I just hope he's better than what he was before.
He definitely
will
I think
be,
will be
yeah.
better
Yeah.
than what he was before.
Thalsum though.
Thalsum seems strong.
It was good.
Oh yeah.
I think
Okay.
he seems
Okay.
strong,
Okay.
dude.
Okay.
So we've been talking about how we feel like it's more neutral game, right? And how block damage is more important. He is super good at those things.
Yep.
Like they made it so that stand strong, stand medium punch, stand roundhouse are all more advantaged on hit.
Yeah.
So it's no longer the case that you hit somebody with stand medium kick and then they're like, I'm gonna jump now.
Or sweep.
Yeah. That like it used to be that as sim, even if I hit somebody with stand medium kick
You
or
were at a
stand strong,
disadvantage.
I was like, I'm not sure if I should press another button yet. I don't know. What if they jump? I'm gonna get my butt kicked. Now if they jump, they're stand strong because stand strong
Hits a little higher,
hits a
too.
little bit higher up. So
It can't be sweep crush countered either.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Yeah, because
that's
so
the
they
change.
you can't hit it down here anymore.
Oh, sick. I
So
didn't know
medium
that.
kick,
That's really
like
good.
medium kick, like can
You
still
can
be
sweep
sweep
it,
crush
right.
countered, but medium punch cannot. So if you know your opponent's just like sweeping it,
That's really
then
nice.
you do medium punch because everybody just sweeps them and then dashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Cross counter and then like, hey.
And then the jab fireball has a closer arc to him,
Yeah.
which is nice. You can super cancel far limbs.
Yeah.
For
What do
weird
you- what do you
pressure.
think of
The
that?
CA comes like that instead of like that. It's like they changed the
A
arc
little
of
bit
it.
different, yeah.
What do you think about the change where he could Yoga Gale and then like float and
It's
then
so
teleport?
weird. It's cool, I guess, but like it's just
It's only
super
EX,
weird.
right? It's only
Only
EX
EX.
It
Yoga
is only
Gale, right?
EX.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about how to make use of this, and I feel like the best are if you land the combo right in the corner, EX Flame, jump,
Yeah.
Oh,
EX Gale.
right. Okay, okay.
You can then V skill, then teleport, and you can do the side mix up as you land,
Got it.
or you can just teleport backwards
Yeah.
after that, and like now you're controlling the screen automatically.
Yeah, that's what I was messing with too.
So I feel like those are the two.
So in
biggest
other words, you
uses
don't have to
for it.
Yoga Gale land and then
Yeah.
you can just Yoga Gale teleport out of there.
Yeah.
Right, if that's more important to you. I don't
Okay.
know why you would do that in season 2, because
Okay.
most characters don't have DPs. But
So you
I was
actually
gonna
do-
say, I think that's a huge buff to him.
Yeah.
Characters not having DPs is so good because he has so much pressure that you have to respect, and it builds gray damage, and his V trigger builds gray damage, his
I
normals
definitely
build
think
gray
he's
damage.
stronger. I still don't think that he's going to be top tier or anything, but I do think
I'm
he's
just
gonna
glad
be
you can't
better.
sweep his strong as easily.
I didn't know
because
that, and that's super good.
that was such a. I mean, every time I watch that in a Kali fight, like you're just like. roll
Ryu
your
did that
eyes.
too, man. A lot of characters
Hell
did
yeah,
that.
that. Almost
Yeah.
everybody's
Because
game
the worst
plan
thing
was
about
to
it is
sweep.
because
Yeah.
thanks to the priority system, it counted as a counter hit. It wasn't even just a trade.
That's
like,
not even just the problem. The problem is that if he blocks it, he gets medium kick anyway. So like that's still a problem that he
Right.
gets such a low punish. But at least now when he gets medium kick, like he has advantage there.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, he seems pretty good.
So okay, that's cool. I'm glad that you see it very positively that way because I was worried because I know Champ was kind of like iffy on it.
I mean, he doesn't get like all the buffs that Sim players would have wanted, but he's better.
Bison looks fun now. I think
Yeah, I think
looks
Bison
kinda
got
fun.
buffed.
I think
yeah.
he looks really good.
Yeah,
Man,
this-
EX Headstomp being invincible
Only in V Trigger.
only
In
in
Trigger.
Trigger
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
still. I was like, what?
Dude, I just think
a
Psycho
big
Axe dunking people out of the air
That's
is
pretty
like
great
my
looking.
favorite move now.
Yeah, it's cool.
I just want to dunk
Like
people out of the air.
honestly, I think I preferred EX Head Stomp in the first game, in the first season, over now.
Because it was +2,
Because
right?
It was
advantage.
plus, yeah, the advantage, and also the fact that it left him like right there. Like now he gets pushed back, and even regular head stomp in Trigger pushes him back, which sucks.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but it wasn't entirely buffs, but I do think that he seems good. I think that his damage output is probably cooler.
The gray
Yo,
life
gray
change is
damage.
going to help
Great,
him so
that's
much.
definitely big. Stand short being 3 frames is definitely big.
Scissor
EX
kick
Fireball lasts forever.
Just goes.
That's good.
I saw you
Scissor kick
testing
advantage
the,
is better.
I saw
Scissor
you
kick,
testing the V skill as an anti-air. Like
You can
V
save
skill's
stuff.
better.
Yeah.
Yep. And you can actually combo
Combo.
into V skill. You can cancel into
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh. And I
That's
think you
super
could
good.
dunk him afterwards. Like, that's what I kept trying to ask you to test.
Oh,
like,
down forward fierce
like
after?
hit him with the fireball and then just go
No,
back.
I saw a combo in the corner that was EX
Yeah, you
Fireball,
probably
EX
can.
Fireball, V
Yeah.
skill, EX
Uh-huh,
Fireball,
yeah.
or like EX Scissors or something like that. It did like 500 something
Yeah,
damage.
yeah. So I definitely think that he is a stronger character overall.
Yeah. I just think he looks fun. Like, the stuff they gave him, I just feel like made him looks like he would just be fun to play with. So
Yeah, I think he's more effective for sure. And
Vega.
the fact that his defense sucks is not as important.
Right, because again,
Any character whose defense sucks.
and because
Every
you're just not going to
character's
get as
worse.
many bad Oki situations anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Vega.
He still gets down toward fierce after back throw, by the way.
Oh right. It's,
Even though it's a few frames slower.
Yeah, still gets it.
Claw, Vega.
Yeah, Vega. I think he seems like he will probably be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he'll be good. I mean, like, they slowed down a lot of his important footsie buttons,
Mhm.
like the medium punch. And, like, so, like, in my head, like, I still think it's like season 1, kind of, where I was like, yeah, everybody will be playing footsie, so Vega will be better. But, like, I'm not sure if that's true.
Well, I do like the fact that they. It was just clawless stand strong that was slowed down, right?
Yeah, 1 frame and
So-
flawless.
I guess it's cool that like you wouldn't always want to just play in clawless because that's what a lot of
Right.
claws ended up doing. A lot of Vega players ended up doing was just like taking the claw off and playing like that. And I talked with Donka about this and at Capcom Club, and he said that he thought Vega's strongest version was once he gets the claw knocked off, so that when he does fierce into stance switch, he's still in clawless. So I guess they nerfed Flawless a little bit to sort of make that happen, but I think that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he'll end up being probably around the same where he is now.
Yeah, like a mid-tier character, viable in a lot of respects. I really don't like that they nerfed Sweep.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a strange choice because it was already unsafe.
Wait, you slide? You mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Slide is a little bit worse.
Okay. What did they do to it? I forgot.
It's like 2 or 3 frames more recovery, something like that.
Okay. I thought it was only on whiff though, but I mean, it's gonna be punishable no matter what. So whatever. Yeah. Birdie is an interesting one because they slowed down a lot of his buttons. They made like the towards fierce less safe. The slide is less safe. The standing roundhouse, the overhead roundhouse doesn't reach as far.
You guys want to hear something interesting about Birdie?
What's that?
He's top tier this season.
You think so?
I think he's definitely top tier in season 2.
Okay.
I think he's a super top tier character.
Okay. So what's the reason?
I think he has command throw. Oh yeah, I know, that was rough. He has command throw, right? Okay, look, in a game where footsie monsters are going to be super powerful, Birdie is super good. I especially think that in this season, like even with a little bit less, speed on like medium kick or down medium kick, medium punch has additional frames horizontally.
Dude, medium punch.
Yeah,
is
medium
good
punch is
now,
better.
Yeah.
Medium punch. I can't believe they buffed that button.
That
That's
seems so strange.
That is super duper bonkers to me. Command throw is still fantastic. You can still get meaty stuff after that. They nerfed a couple of like the things I feel like he's degenerate at. But anything that's like super solid, good birdie play, I think is going to be really effective and really good. I think that character is for sure really good.
Yeah, the 2 things that were surprising to me that I thought were big were slower can.
Yeah,
So
yes,
he
can
can,
move slower on the ground.
and then like I said, the EX headbutt's now -2. So he can kind of fish with that move now, and I was just like, wow, that's really nice for him.
I think it's like weird that they nerfed down toward fierce and forward fierce.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I guess.
I think down forward heavy punch was too good. I think it needed to be
It was
there.
really hard to punish.
I think it was
really
too
hard.
good.
Why?
I think it was a little bit kind of silly.
Like there was like one situation where you would do it a lot as a medium.
As a medium, I think it was a good neutral button against a lot of characters too.
You had to take the risk.
I don't think it was that big of a risk.
You had to
I
take
thought
a
that
risk?
button was really good.
I don't know.
I feel like you could hit
feel
it a
like
lot.
It's like kind of a weird nerf.
I think it was over nerfed though.
Yeah. Anyway, I think he seems good too. I don't think he's going to be like. I guess I'd be surprised at top tier considering some of the other characters, but I do think he's going to be strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna be buff. I'm thinking about playing him. That's how you know I believe in him.
I mean, he seems fun. I always thought he was a fun character.
Yeah, I thought he was too.
Yeah.
Mika.
Yeah, Mika definitely got some hurt. We talked about that briefly.
Yeah, I honestly don't
that-
think it's as bad as people say it is.
She cannot do crouching short standing jab anymore. Or crouching
Is
jab
it chain
standing jab.
as a chain?
No, it
or
just doesn't combo.
It just doesn't combo.
Crouching short,
Okay.
crouching jab though.
Okay.
It works.
So she still has,
But it has
crouching
less
short,
range
crouching
then.
jab into butt.
Yeah.
Right.
And
But
crouching
less
short's-
range than
Crouching short is
confirmed.
low, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why crouching jab is not going to be as.
And no,
good.
crouching jab doesn't work anymore because it's 4 frames now.
Oh, right. Okay, so that
Yeah.
doesn't work either. But I mean, crouching jab, standing jab works, right?
No.
Oh, I know.
That doesn't work. Okay.
Yeah.
Crouching jab, standing jab does not work.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, she kind of got dunk-roonied.
But I think her corner is still okay.
Corner game. She's still going to one-chance you.
It's good. It's basically she's going to be kind of like the new Zangief, but not by spinning pile drivering you to death in the corner. She's gonna try to figure out. She's gonna play this weaker mid-screen game.
Yeah.
Find the opportunity to get you in the corner, and then hope she can just finish you off once she gets you there. It's just going to be that whole thing again where we're going to do commentary, and it's going to be like, it's so important to have real estate against Armika, as much real estate as you can. This is a battle of real estate,
I'm going to be lame about it.
Yeah, so that's basically what's going to end up happening. So
Yeah.
it's funny, too, because I know we were the first people to really do that on commentary and, use the word real estate and compare.
Yeah.
And, hell of people started doing it after that.
Whenever you hear, that's a dead X or Y,
God.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing about commentary. If you say something and it's like somebody hears it and they've never heard it, or it's like it sounds good and you can't think of anything else how to say that.
Getting a little overzealous here. You're welcome.
It's
Nice
super
throw.
nice
genius.
throw. You know who told me about smart stuff? Is Rip.
Oh
Rip
yeah.
is like, I hear everybody say smart stuff, and he's like, I never heard anybody say it until I said it.
I am sure many people didn't know what overzealous even was.
Probably not.
Was it you? Because I thought
Yeah,
I used that.
definitely.
I thought it was me too, but
No,
maybe
man.
okay.
That was definitely a
Taking
term that
credit
I
for
took
it.
from law anyway.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
anything that sounds good and you're like, you can't think of a better way to say it, you're just like, fuck it. Like you're just like,
Shoutouts to whatever.
Shoutouts to shoutouts.
Shoutouts to nice throw. Yeah.
Nice throw.
Nice back air.
Okay. So just to summarize, I don't think Mika got as nerfed as badly as people say she was.
Yeah, tougher mid screen, harder to get to the corner, but
Like,
still strong up close.
I was surprised they didn't nerf that. That close, the Oki game that she has, which is when she has you knocked down. Towards Fierce is the same, and Command Throw is the same.
She can combo counter hit medium punch into 4 fierce though.
Oh, can she? Okay,
Yeah,
so that's
new.
that's good.
Cool, man.
That's good. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's as bad as people say. I don't think it's as doom as gloom as
I'm down.
Nash.
I think I agree.
Rashid. looks
Rashid's
really
a
good.
mistake.
Dude, did you see that cool
Rashid is
combo?
a mistake.
Did you see that sick combo
Almost
that
as
he
much
did
as Cammy in
the
that
crush roundhouse towards Strong and the tornado hits once and then it juggles him again and then he
I don't see that,
rolled
but that sounds
and
super
he
sick.
rolled and did the kick
Okay.
and it hit and he comboed into critical art.
Alright, let me just
Okay.
say, how are you gonna make this character who is hella good at mid range? They buff some of his mid range, but they nerf crouching fierce a little bit, but they buff like medium kick and a couple other things. How are you gonna make a character who is super duper duper good at building gray damage
Yeah.
and pressuring you, and they, a season where they nerfed all the V reversals.
At getting in, he's good.
Yeah, he's super good at getting in. They nerfed all the V reversals, which is exactly how you get out of his pressure. So they nerfed all that. He's super good at building gray damage. He's super mobile. He has like a fine wake up game. He has good
Yeah,
throw
that's
pressure
still
still. Like all I'm thinking about in my head is like Rashid is gonna be so messed up this season.
Yo, I already thought that character. We just talking about this. I already
Yeah,
thought
he
he
was
was like
like-
just outside of the top tier.
like 9th best character.
Like
in the
not.
game?
Yeah, I had him top 10, and they buffed him significantly. Damage
Yeah.
is good. I mean, anyway, a lot of stuff.
He's got like new combo options and
Yes.
like all these different. I don't know. And did you see the buff to his critical art? How far it went forward, super fast.
Oh no,
It's
The
super
guy
quick.
neutral jump critical art, and just
for
caught it
real?
right out of
Oh,
his
okay.
neutral
Super
jump,
quick.
dude. It was like ridiculous. So
Okay, yeah, he's gonna be a super good character.
Yeah.
This is part of why I don't think that Brody's gonna be top tier because there's characters like Cammy and Rashid. we're
Cammy
gonna
and
get to a
Rashid are
couple other
super
ones.
good.
yeah. Well,
Super good.
speaking of, next character is Laura.
Laura.
Oh man.
Yeah, that character maybe. I don't know about mistake. I think she's gonna be very good. But like I'm surprised, for example, that they let things happen like that. Jab elbow has an extra frame of advantage on it.
Yeah.
Active frames on it, so that you can link into like crouching strong or on counter hit into crouching
Crouching
fierce,
fierce?
and
Yeah.
you just blow the person up.
Both of her medium punch elbows now are plus 18. Like before, you kind of had to pick one or the other. One turned you around, the other one was plus
The
17, the other
follow-ups.
one was like. But now they're both plus 18.
Yeah,
So it doesn't matter. So she can take you to whichever side she wants
yeah.
and still get that advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they didn't, like, I think she has more advantage on her command throw in general. Because remember how she command throw dash was negative, that you could
Yes.
stop her. But I don't think that's the case anymore.
And in
right?
any case, do you want to take that risk when she has jab elbow that's going to be
Right.
meaty, and if you get hit, if you try to press a button, she gets to confirm into crouching fierce, and you lost.
Dude, her Volti line, the overhead in V trigger is plus 3. She can combo into standing jab off
Yeah,
of that now.
yeah.
Without meaty.
Right,
She's
yeah,
just
without
gonna
even
jab,
the setup, yeah.
But now when she has the meaty setup, she combos into like fierce or something and then just drains all
Yeah,
of your
I think
life.
she seems super good.
Yeah.
I don't think that she's going to be like OP, but I do feel like she has strong pressure in a game where that's rare, and better. She has better hit confirms in some cases. So
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
gonna be
she seems
she's
really good
gonna
to
be
me.
super good. She's gonna be super good.
She is a big winner this season. That's for
Mhm.
sure.
I definitely agree.
Here's the
Oh, here's the
combo.
combo.
Yeah.
No.
And that's a lot of damage.
Alright, I'm gonna put this on stream
just a
because
lot of things.
everyone was listening to that and they can't see it, so I got
That was pretty sick.
If you hadn't told me what happened and I saw that, I would have said that combo was going to be over after the first juggle. But
Right.
I would have been wrong.
Yep.
They can see it mostly, right?
But let's just do it so it's clear. So I just want to make it so it's easier for them to see it. It's such a funny freeze frame, dude. She's just like, ah!
Okay,
look
alright,
at
what
this.
do you
Watch
got?
this. Watch this. Crush counter.
That's it. Oh, no, it keeps going.
Dude, that is
That's a lot of damage.
that is a nice.
That
counter.
move's worse though.
But yeah, that's a good crush counter combo. Roundhouse is -4 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Many
Hey,
roundhouses
look at
are
all those
-4.
links. Yeah, baby. Anyways, but yeah.
Many roundhouses are -4. I don't feel like that's that big of a deal. Certainly worse, but not that big of a deal.
Yep, but that's a sick combo. It's cool looking.
He seems really good.
Yeah. Nakali.
I feel like Nakali is like really good still.
Yeah, I feel like he super got away with not being nerfed a lot.
I don't feel like he changed much.
It doesn't seem like he changed that
He
much.
lost a lot of his pressure off forward throw though, which a lot of characters did.
Okay.
But I feel like that was
that's
super.
universal
That was
nerf,
one of
right.
the scariest things about him in V Trigger. Not like regular as, but like in V Trigger,
Mhm.
that was one of the most terrifying things
Oh, yeah.
ever. So yeah, I don't know. I think that he'll still be one of the best characters for sure. Definitely top tier.
Okay.
in
Yeah,
my
I feel
head.
like he'll be up there.
Fong is a weird
Fong is a
one.
butt. Fong
Because
is a
they
butt,
slow
folks.
down all of his moves. He has more advantage after them, but they
He
slowed
has
everything
the
down.
same combos with some weird exceptions. Like we just found out that somebody did far stand jab into stand fierce. If the jab hits on a meaty frame, like one of his active frames, then you can link into fierce. So his combos can be actually more damaging. But for many situations, he gets the same stuff. Like when I was reading through his...
Actually, that's right. I forgot to mention something. One of the things that I noticed about Vega
Oh, yeah.
was that they increased a lot of his meter gain.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like he has more ability to use meter freely and still be able to have Rosen's critical art.
They made his V Trigger do stun.
Yeah.
They also did Crouching Fierce and Clawless is
It's
a
a
crush
counter,
counter,
yeah.
and it's safe on block anyway, so
Yeah.
you just do meaty. That seems really good.
So that was one thing that's right. I forgot to mention about Vega. Anyways, back to.
Anyway, so Fang has many of the same combos as before, but it's disappointing because when you read that like something is one more frame on block or on hit, you think, oh, that means it can link into Crouching Strong or into Stand Medium Kick, but no, because they nerfed those.
Yeah, they nerfed every
also
one of the
frame.
buttons. Yeah.
So I don't know, and Stand Roundhouse is 2 frames slower. It's 14 frame startup now. I don't get that at all. You get the same combos out of it as before, but it's more. It's harder to hit with it, harder to connect with.
It's like
You know
Bison, they made it cycle.
And again, because the back throw doesn't result in this up close situation anymore, you don't even get like a free roundhouse. It's like pretty far.
This all comes down to this is all Cien's fault. You got 9th place at Evo and Capcom Cup, and they're like, this character's just fine.
I feel like it was right. It was the same thing as like season 1 where they were so afraid he was gonna be good.
Yeah.
That I feel like they made him too weak, and then this season I feel like they were so afraid, like man, with all the changes
Well,
and everything,
let me-
he's gonna be like too good, and they
So
did it again.
with this gray damage thing lasting longer, the fact that he can build it and apply it and sort of maintain it with poison,
Yeah.
I feel like that might have been part of why they thought that he should be slowed down
because the Real Bender lasts a little longer now, right?
the
Real
mine
Bender-
lasts longer.
Yeah,
Yep.
uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh yeah, here we go. This is
Yeah. So, right there you
yeah.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's cool. But the zoning is the same essentially. The pressure options are even slower.
Isn't the light Nishikyu like a little closer to him now, or something like that? Or I don't
seemed the
remember.
same.
I don't remember now. Okay, I might be confused with Dulcim, to be honest. With you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His slower or weaker defense is not a huge deal, right? Like him getting pressured a lot because a lot of characters lost pressure.
Yeah,
his
and
neutral's
reversal's
okay.
better.
Yeah,
Yo, I feel like his neutral is not good, and it wasn't. But it was slowed down.
yeah.
So if you want to now anti-air with crouching medium kick or
Yeah.
whatever, that's harder than it was before.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't understand. I really
Alex.
don't.
So Alex is another character that everyone says kind of got destroyed.
I think that character seems strong.
he seems good to me too.
I don't think he's. Yeah, I
think he's
didn't
re-
see it as like him getting bodied.
I think everybody whining about the character to me is not looking at everything. Like everybody I see complaining about Alex and Birdie in particular, I feel like are not looking at the changes as a whole and like where the game's gonna go.
It's just changes to Alex at a standstill. Like if he was
Yeah.
still in season 1, yeah, this would be a problem.
Right, but
he got some good things anyway.
That character is such a pain and neutral to deal with anyway.
Yo, crouching strong. I felt like that button was one
It's
of the
best
best.
button. It's the best neutral button. It was one of the best neutral.
Definitely
buttons.
up there for sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So all right, fine. Slightly nerfed. It's no
Right.
big deal.
Like I think, and his pressure is still really good. His one chance potential is still really high.
Yeah.
Like his neutral game is
The
crazy
movement
strong.
is still good.
I think Crouch light punch now combos into the EX flash chop, or is it even just a light flash chop? I think it was.
I think it's light flash drop. It already did
Oh,
it in
okay.
the EX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then towards Fierce now you're gonna get way
You
more
medium
damage.
punch after, and
yeah.
it frame traps even if you get a button, and nobody has invincible reversals anymore, so he doesn't have to guess there.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, if you're an up close pressure character, you're just buffed anyway.
You're just better
because of the game.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's really good. They didn't do anything about, by the way, one of the best jump-ins in the game, I feel, is jump roundhouse.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That hits from the
That's
moon.
so, right?
It
I'm
hits
like,
from so
like,
far.
He jumps at me like from way over there, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna poke a button, and then all of a sudden I just get kicked in the
That
face,
happened to me
dude.
so many times.
Dude.
So that's
I'm
that's
glad I'm
fine.
not the only one. Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand the complaints about the character. When
Seems
I read
good to
stuff,
me.
I'm like, you are crazy.
Yeah.
Like, oh man,
He's good.
he gets regular knee off Crouching Fierce, which is a better anti-air now too. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's right. They sped that up.
It's like I'm just looking at this character and I'm like, my guys, what are you guys looking at here? What's happening over there that you guys are just like, man, he's just the kids do the darndest balance patches. Like, why are you guys all upset? I don't get it.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of the jump roundhouse reminded me of the scene in Monty Python, the Holy Grail, where he's like running up and like the guards are looking at him. You know what scene I'm talking
Yes,
about.
I do.
Yeah.
I've seen the Monty. Yeah, I've seen the movie.
Okay.
God,
We were all
jeez.
born after that.
Jeez.
None of us is that old. Guile. Oh boy.
Oh
What do you
yeah.
think about Guile?
Top tier.
Yeah. Mhm.
Super top
I
tier.
agree.
Oh man, he's a good character. People have already found loops that do like the same amount of damage.
Yeah, for
I
the
was
2-bar. For the 2-bar trigger.
2-bar V, he gets the loops twice a game now. I'm thinking is like, man, Steve does not have the lung capacity to scream. Yeah, like throughout it or sing the national anthem.
Right.
That's still one of my favorite things that happen in commentary.
Yeah.
Like I'm like looking at this character, I'm like, man, Guile is mad good this season.
Dude.
Holy
The
moly!
standing medium punch is now +6 on hit. So
Yeah.
standing medium punch into crouch medium punch is a natural combo.
Sure is.
Upside down kick is +6. Upside down kick, crouching strong, natural combo.
Yeah.
Like there's a few things that did get nerfed that they were talking about. Like I think stand fierce, crouch strong, like flash kick, like is too far for some
Stand Fierce
reason.
is not a crush anymore.
Yeah, but they just
Crouching Fierce
they just
is.
moved it to crouching fierce, which I think is better
It's
for
better.
Guile.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because now you can frame trap with this, and then if they actually get hit, you get like good damage.
Yeah,
you
because
can
it's
combo
the
into the
launch
ground.
version of Crush
Yeah,
Game, so you don't. Yeah.
So
you still
I
can't
just-
jump in on freedom. This character is out of control.
Yeah, I think
he's so good.
I think Guile's gonna be
More
so
neutral
good.
game. Awesome for Guile. He's super happy with that.
They
Great
didn't-
damage. He's
His
super
sonic
happy
boom
with
does
that.
10 more damage.
He is just. This is Super Street Fighter V for sure. All the charge characters are super buff. Guile got over
Except for
buff.
Fong.
Like I don't. Well, you know.
Yeah.
There was,
Hey, if Fong V-Trigger doesn't have to charge for stuff. So I was like, all right, what am I going to do with this? So I was like, all right, stand fierce into up balls. Like we're going to see if we can find something cool here. And I tried like all these things to see if I could like do up balls into like dash into whatever. And you just sweep it.
always.
Yeah.
You just sweep in between those. No big deal.
Balrog.
Ugh.
Balrog seems
so
pretty
Super big winner, I think.
buffed. Yeah.
I feel like this character might be one of the best.
Yeah, me too.
That character is
Dude,
sick.
I heard that just earlier today, Pierrog played Arturo and
Yes.
like dunked him.
That match
was
was,
a bad
already
match
one of the
before.
worst in the game.
Right,
But,
and now
yeah, even though Sim got these neutral game buffs, he gets wrecked.
Yeah.
Wrecked still.
Balrog doesn't have to deal
Yo,
with the
you
neutral.
can V skill cancel EX dash punch
That's
on block.
crazy to
Number
me.
one, in my view, number one buff in this game.
That's
is
too. It's
V
so
skill.
crazy.
It's safe. It's plus. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why? You can.
The
So
move is already.
It was
saw that-
already plus.
and you
It's
saw
already
that in
plus.
combos, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
combos
So
and
if he
combos.
counter hits with the first hit, he
combos and
combos
overhead.
with
I saw Pierrog put himself into the corner, maximum the corner, crouching fierce, crush counter, whatever, some stuff happened. Then he was.
That's Balrog.
I don't know.
V skill.
Whatever it was.
Did like 80%.
It was literally the entire stage corner carry.
Yeah.
And that's not an
Yeah.
exaggeration. He actually ended up in the other corner. So there's no point on the stage where if he finds a crush that he doesn't end up with the corner. And he's super sick when it comes to the mix-ups. They made the overhead safer.
Why is his screw attack a DP motion?
It's a DP motion.
He gets an armored DP
He has-
now.
he
no,
has
when he's
a-
in V trigger, he has a walking armored attack that's safe.
It's a third screen,
It's safe.
complete control, and it's armored.
And it's safe. You
And
just,
it's safe.
You just cancel it into straight. Everything you just do EX.
You're in.
and then you do straight.
If
And it's-
like heaven forbid that they jumped and they lose the round because
And
you
or
it's
they
crouch-
weren't,
until
or they
they're dead.
stuck out of normal and he just armors
and
through.
his crouching medium kick is a low.
Scratch me
Yes,
because
that's a low.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, PR Rog. I mean, like, I feel like Capcom was like, we need Eduardo back in the scene.
I don't know what it was.
I was watching him stream, and that man could not stop laughing.
The giggles. The giggles, man.
Dude, he was already laughing in season 1 Balrog when he would land turnaround punch. And I actually tweeted, I want to enjoy anything in life as much as he enjoys
having a
landing that,
blast.
dude.
Having a blast.
Character is buff, man.
I feel like they made Stan Fierce a crush. Roundhouse has an extra active frame. Yeah, it's still +3 though.
Yeah.
So you just do
Yeah,
it.
because before, one of the things that when you got
Just
the
walk
crush
up
counter
and
with
hit it.
Roundhouse, you could never combo into the upper. But now that's
Just walk
possible
up,
because you
crouching
walk
fierce,
up into
upper.
it now.
You just do walk up, crouching fierce, upper into some shenanigans.
Right. Oh my
It's,
gosh.
This.
yeah, seriously.
And there's that.
I really feel like that character is like maybe a mistake in terms of how good he is. Not that, look, I don't know that he's going to be OP. It's just like some of those choices are just weird. Like
I'm just
the EX being armored still, third to a half screen control,
Safe.
make it safe on trigger. I don't know, man. That seems like a weird choice.
You know.
That's how I feel about it.
But okay.
He is the Dunk Meister. Already in this season, Balrog is already a top 3 character online. I'll tell you that. Online, one of the best characters.
Geez, yeah.
He is now, to me, for sure, best character online in the whole game by far.
I saw Ed do
He's
throw.
impossible.
Yeah. Throw, right? Fine, you don't get like the same dash up stuff, but he did meaty jab dash punch, link into stand jab, into EX dash punch, into
Oh, back
V-scale,
throw? That
into
works.
whatever.
That worked last season, back throw. You do back throw, meaty,
I think it was
dash
forward
punch.
throw.
Maybe it was forward
Because
throw.
it's an
but-
extra, it's +1 more than whatever it was before.
Yeah, that's off back throw. You get meaty dash punch into jab into dash punch, and then if you're EX, you do EX. You know, you could flip V scale cancel it, and yeah, character is out of control.
He's gonna be good.
Congrats to Ball.
Ibuki's gonna be pretty good too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
She, like you said,
was-
easier to get kunai back.
yeah, you get more ninja daggers.
She has more life.
She can actually fly and do buttons on the way down now.
Yeah, we'll see what comes out of that. I'm looking forward to seeing if there's cool lab work there.
That's neato.
Yeah.
And now her medium kick is
Huge.
really, really good at close range now.
I was so mad last season when even if you hit medium kick counter hit, you got nothing off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's the point of using this button? if
Especially 'cause
just
it has no
doesn't go-
range.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
It was like designed to be that close up button, and it didn't pan out.
I didn't understand. I was like, why on earth would you not allow her to combo on counter hit?
Mm-hmm.
At least on counter hit, give her something. But now it's a regular hit, you get stand medium punch, which is pretty great.
Yeah. She's gonna be really good because I actually do feel like she was another one of those characters that was never quite fleshed out in the last season. So like the fact that she's even like significantly better, and like you said, she's gonna get kunais. She's gonna be throwing EX air kunais all over the place.
So you just get in.
Yeah.
You're just in there.
Right.
It goes hit, and then it waits like 10 years, and then it hits again.
There's nothing you
whatever.
can do about it. You're just like
you
locked
frame trap
out
them
there.
with medium kick, and you
I mean,
get
it's
the
like
combo.
it's basically Ami's ice beam shooting down on you, right?
kinda funny,
I
yeah.
mean, you're just kind of like,
Yeah.
what do I do?
Yeah, I think she's really good.
Jury.
Jury seems better. I think she was starting out from the absolute butt, but I do think that she's better. Like, sure, she gets better combo confirms. What else is there? I think, is that it?
Well, I mean,
V-skill's
her
better.
V-skill's
Oh,
a
the
little
V-skill's
more
better.
useful.
V-skill's
yeah.
more useful.
Skills more useful. She has
Dude,
better anti-air.
her horizontal. No, actually, only the light one goes. I always mix up on which way her pinwheels goes. So never mind.
Yeah, light kick goes horizontal,
Zanshu.
medium kick goes
Oh, yeah.
up,
Yeah,
heavy kick goes up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that like she's a little bit better. She'll be playable this season.
Yeah,
but
she
like
can be
still
playable.
not amazing.
Yeah, but I'm eager for someone Cien like to play Jury this year and do really well with her. Like, let's see I come around and just like start.
He was already
bothering
doing well with her.
Yeah, last season too. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's tons of replays that you can check out on the internet.
Yeah, she seems like she'll probably be fine. But, yeah, again, I just feel like she needed a lot of work, so.
Yeah, a lot of people are probably checking stuff
Jury
out.
stuff.
Some jury tech? What do we got?
Okay, here, let's all watch this live at the same time.
Okay.
Shall we?
Oh, I think I saw this on my stream
Oh,
actually.
did you? Oh, okay. Okay.
I feel like I recognize this video.
Okay, here, let's scroll down. Alright, let's see this. Crush counter.
I think I did see this, yeah.
Oh, dang. It's still going. Jeez, why is this combo still going?
Dang, that was sick, yeah.
That was
Okay.
cool. That was
Okay.
like the whole V trigger. but that was cool.
Did a lot of damage.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I think she seems better, but not still like super amazing.
I feel like she'll probably be on the southern end of the tier list still.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
You know who won't be on the southern end?
I agree.
My man Julian.
Julian.
Oh my god! I saw the
What do
changes.
you think about Urian now? So you have been playing Urian in season 1.
Like, you know, for jokes, right? I was like, let me try out this Urian guy that everybody, you know, they're like, oh, I'm an OG and I played Third Strike. No, you didn't. Shut up. But you wanted to play Urian, so I was like, all right, let me try it. So I did. I was like, let me see about this Urian character. He was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know what they were doing. I feel like they might have goofed with the changes to this character. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
kind of in that Rashid area, you know.
so they gave him a little bit of health. That's nice, right?
25 health.
Crouching medium kick is +4 on hit.
Weird.
+2 on block. I'm not sure why. So if you do crouching medium kick, so here's what you do. You do forward medium punch. Well, especially when you have V-trigger. You do forward medium punch, and then they have to guess. Do I do the overhead and go into V-trigger?
Yeah.
Do I do the low medium kick? And like, you have to guess there, and even if you guess there, after crouching medium kick on block, I do crouching jab. If you hit a button, it counter hits you, and then I get low strong follow-up. And I can do tackle and a super after, or headbutt if you're crouching.
Oh, man.
So you're just done there. If you try to jump, the crouching jab will hit you grounded. So like you're stuck. Like crouching medium kick is super good. It was already an Aegis cancel and super great.
Yes.
Aegis mix-ups do more damage now. By a little bit, and in general, Aegis was already super good because, you know, you just had to deal with the setups. You still have to deal with the setups in Season 2. He has tons of stuff where you just gotta guess, and it really sucks. They made it so that you can hold back and hit roundhouse, and he anti-airs.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go to neutral, so you can continue to walk back and then hit that button. I'm so happy.
You can
about
also approach with step kick, right? You can like
And
move,
keep the
walk,
headbutt
and you
charged.
still have your invincible move charged up. Yeah.
that. Yeah, you sure do. He gets double down fierce combos now.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's
Yeah.
actually
I
super
was-
sick.
I
I'm
was-
happy about
Because
that.
it looks so Third Strike.
It looks
dude.
super
I
looks
cool.
already
Third Strike,
super
yeah,
got those,
uh-huh.
by the way. I
looks
super
cool.
got those.
And
I
not
have
only that, but the first hit now knocks down. So if
Right.
you anti-air with it, it's not that hit and then whiff. It
Yo,
like
I hella played like my first match. I anti-aired down fierce, headbutt, down fierce, fireball, tackle. I was like, oh my god. Like, I was losing. I was so happy. I'm so happy about this character. Footsie character, super good at footsies. Super strong setups.
so your reaction to Yuri is how I felt when I was reading the Cami changes.
Really good
Yeah.
mix-ups. Like, I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, the only weakness that he got, I guess, is the throw nerf that everybody got. But he still gets meaty fierce. He still gets meaty towards strong after it, but it's just like, you don't get anything. Off the forward medium punch. Off the fierce, you get crush counter if they do something.
Right.
Yeah.
But in the corner, it's still throw loop. And off 3-frame buttons in the corner, you just do forward throw fierce. And that's a crush counter. So you still can't hit a button there. Fully charged fierce is like
+2 now?
Yeah, it's
uh-huh.
hella plus now. Fully charged roundhouse is hella plus now. Dude. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
He seems pretty good.
Oh my god. I'm
Hey,
so
look,
happy.
all of our characters got hella better. What happened to you, Dave?
Yeah, they're a little bit
You
better.
gotta complain better. You gotta
Yeah,
use the
I know.
NRS strats.
They're all right.
Dude, the funny thing is,
Everybody knew Geef was weak.
the funny thing about it is I never even complained about Cammy. You
Who
know?
would have
Like,
complained about Cammy?
You would have been a
Couldn't have been-
you would have
yeah,
been a
you
wiener if
can't.
you did.
Like maybe you didn't think she was the best character, but you like nobody thought she was like not top.
right,
eight-ish,
exactly.
Like 3.
Well, it ended up that way for sure.
Yeah.
But like at no point was she ever rated
Yeah.
worse than like 6th.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So
The only other thing Urian lost was 1 frame on his medium kick slower. That's like it.
like on startup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the frame that everybody lost that Cammy gained.
Yeah, she is. God,
Because
I'm so
everyone
mad
went
about
from
that.
8 to 9 frames, and she went from 9 to 8.
Oh
Like
man.
I was playing in training mode today, and I was hitting the button. I was like,
It's so fast, actually.
yeah,
It's crazy how much quicker
it
this
felt
that
like
frame
one
is.
frame. It was a big difference. Oh
Man,
man.
great
Yeah,
damage.
well, Zangief stands strong became 6 frames. Boop. It's pretty good actually.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I've
cool
just
with
been
that.
hitting Urian's fierce.
Oh man.
He seems very strong, definitely.
No, I've always said about Cammy, yeah, her dive kick, EX dive kick got nerfed, but the
Yeah.
EX dive kick is a crutch. Like it's something that people use.
Still good.
What's that?
It can still be plus.
It still can be plus. But
Yeah.
the thing about it is the best camis weren't reliant on it. They would get in on footsies
Yeah, it
anyway.
was a part of it, but
So like Ricky's
not the only
playing
part.
her now, and so like you
Oh, yeah.
want to think Ricky with cami footsies, like not having that EX dive kick's not gonna hurt Ricky at all, you know.
yeah,
So, man,
yeah,
Do you want to talk about Akuma?
yeah. What do you think about Akuma so far?
I haven't
I
done
played him a bunch.
anything with the character yet.
I've only played against him so far, and
I
I
haven't.
found him
I
underwhelming.
haven't
but
seen.
What do you think?
He feels real funky.
Yeah,
like-
and he looks weird.
He looks so
like,
stupid.
Like the
He's
the
sluggish.
But the buttons are like, I don't know. The way that Fierce is it Crouching Fierce, like the weird one.
yeah, both of them. Fierce and Crouching Fierce both look stupid.
The animation is really strange
It's
to
just
me.
like-
Yeah, and then he like so I was playing Geef and this Akuma player I was matched up against online, and he jumped into me. So I did Lariat, thinking like, oh, this is so sick now.
Yeah.
And he like paused in the air.
He
and did
floated?
this float, and
He
then he did
ascended?
a fireball. I was like, what? Why did that
So
take so
he
long?
has like a dive kick that takes forever. It's like
Yeah.
he just like jumps and he's like, "Hoo-yah!" And he just like comes out and like it's so stupid looking. And then his air fireball is so stupid looking. It has a lot of advantage though.
It's just strange to me that I guess it's EX air fireball maybe. That,
Oh,
like,
where he pauses and
he
he
just stops himself.
The
and he
anime
goes in.
one?
Yeah.
yeah, where it's like he just like charges it up and goes. Yeah, that's EX. Yeah, he's like a goober. I was playing him and I was like, he's all stumpy feeling and like he doesn't walk super fast and his crouching
Yeah.
medium kick he's like, ugh.
Yeah.
He sticks it out all sideways, upside down,
He's
like his
not
leg
really
is
like
broken.
Yeah.
Well, it's like because when I think of like Street Fighter 4,
His fireball doesn't go full screen.
He's like super
Yeah.
fast walk speed. His roundhouse
He's
was like
not that
super
at
fast,
all.
and now he's just like
Very different. He's like in
everything-
that game he was like a mobile. Well, he was everything, right?
Right.
Like he had great mobility and zoning potential. In this game, I don't feel like that so far. Again,
He's gotta
I
be- I
played
think
against him
he's-
only, but
Gotta be like a setup character or like I don't know what the goods are yet.
I mean, I
I'm
just
not
think he
sure.
has just big damage combos.
The
Yeah,
damage is
basically.
crazy. Yeah.
He has big damage combos, but he has 875 health, so he's gonna get blown up.
Dude.
Again, I was playing Geef, right?
Yeah.
And so this
I can't imagine.
this guy did teleport at first, and I was like, oh no, I gotta worry about whether you're gonna teleport. And then I did meaty command grab and
And it
yoink!
beats it.
Yeah, so it's throwable, which is sick.
Yeah.
But it doesn't
His
even
teleport is throwable.
It's throwable.
Oh, okay.
So he was cornered, and he was like, all right, I'm going to teleport out. And I didn't even call. I didn't even, like, read that he was going to do it.
Yeah.
I was just there. And he, like, teleported behind me, and I was just like, Fierce. I spun him on a little bit with the trigger, and then he died. He exploded.
My first game as Akuma.
Okay.
I was just playing, and there's a little bit of ground game. Nobody had walked or nobody had jumped or done anything big, and I looked up at my life bar. I was like, what happened? Like, I was so confused. But I will tell you this, that his walk speed doesn't look as fast as you would think,
Mm-mm.
but it's actually not that slow compared to a lot of the other characters. His damage and frame traps seem good,
yeah.
because he can do, like, down medium punch, stand medium kick. That's, like, the common series.
Mhm.
But if down medium punch doesn't hit, but medium kick frame traps, he still gets standing medium punch after, which is pretty good. I don't know, like playing him so far, I feel like he's got so little health, man. Oh god, I'm so worried for that character when he gets hit. But
there must be something more in there, because when I was playing against him, I didn't feel like the zoning was credible, and I didn't feel
Yeah.
like the escapes were credible.
right, I think air fireball is really good actually.
I think he's
Surprisingly.
going to be really technical. I think
Yeah,
he's going
I'm
to.
sure
I
there's
think
something
people
else
are
in
going
there.
to. So I think Infiltration and Tokido are going to have a lot of fun with this character.
I just don't feel like that's a character for them. Do you feel like that's what they're gonna
I think
play?
for Infiltration
I
kind
think
of
Tokido-
teased it. Tokido.
should play Urian.
Oh,
Mm.
you're right. I
think he
kind of
should.
agree with that.
I want him to
He
play
was a
Urian.
Urian player in Third Strike.
Yeah,
So
I want him to play Urian so bad.
he was the one who introduced the U.S. to unblockables on Justin
Yeah.
at Evo 2002.
And once that wasn't considered cheap enough anymore, he went over to Chun-Li.
Chun-Li.
So
Good old Tokido.
little Tokyo.
That's why I'm a fan.
Yeah, totally, man.
That's right up my alley.
So again, we did briefly address Fang. Some of his stuff is nerfed. It's a little bit slower. In the context of the game, I don't know if he's worse in an absolute sense, but I do feel like he was, like, not buffed. Okay, he's not better.
For the record, yeah, after playing Tekken 7 Akuma, playing Street Fighter 5 Akuma is like, man. Tekken 7 Akuma looks amazing and he feels great.
He's
and
fast.
He's so cool.
Yeah, he flows.
Street Fighter 5 Akuma looks so stupid by comparison, but
he is the dunk master. I'm not gonna lie, uppercut into the.
That's cool.
yeah.
That is the most satisfying.
Cool.
When I saw that,
I saw that as a meaty too. I saw somebody did meaty dragon punch. Whatever.
He can actually combo after his super. He's like the first
right,
one where
right.
it's like kind of designed for that. You know
Fang
what I
can
mean?
do that.
Yeah, I know. I had mentioned like it's just, but it's like
Doesn't matter,
really,
though.
really specific, and he gets like jumping medium kick.
Also,
fierce.
Akuma's forward fierce, so stupid looking. But Akuma's forward fierce where he jumps and does the chop.
Oh,
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's safe, and on hit you get jab and a tatsu and an uppercut, which is pretty good. It's a really good throw bait.
Sounds cool.
He just jumps in the air and chops you.
That's the command normal that he jumps in
Yeah.
there?
It's really weird. I don't know. He's a weird character. Oh yeah, I can also OTG. Someone says, yeah, I can OTG.
Oh yeah,
in, like,
that's
very
right. I saw that.
specific
I saw that.
Like
yeah.
if you hit them with taunt.
Or it was like
you
crush
just
counter
order-
sweep into it,
Yeah.
into V trigger into like OTG.
Yeah, I meant meaty dragon punch like slam, like the follow up to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think
But
he is the dunk master, so I think his animations look
Yeah.
cool when he hits you. But
It's-
crouching fierce looks so stupid, and crouching medium kick looks so stupid.
dude, it was just funny because like every time someone would show a combo video, I would forget about the dunk.
Yeah.
And so the guy would do a combo and it would be like uppercut. I'm like, oh, and then all of a sudden dunk stun.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, now I get the follow. I was
Feels
like,
good.
oh, okay, that's sick, nice.
I feel like the fierce kind of looks like he's taking a dump a little bit. He's like spreading his legs apart.
Someone says, "How does that move look stupid?" If you're talking about forward fierce, tell me that thing where he jumps and does a karate chop is not stupid looking.
You know what?
That is hella stupid looking.
I feel like
God.
that's from an older version of a game. I
It's
know that there's
so
a character that did something like
Oni
that.
stomp.
Not Oni stuff, but it was like literally like in a sprite game where like someone jumped forward and did like a little chop like that.
Hamaru in CPS2.
I feel like it,
You just reminded me.
Mm-hmm.
His overhead looks so stupid in this game. I don't know if you guys have seen it. The
No.
forward medium punch,
Mm-hmm.
that one. He this is what he does. He goes like that. It's
Very
like
stilted,
he
right?
holds up his hand first, like he's just like, oh my god, and he looks at his hand. It's so stupid. He's just like, my hand, and then he goes like that, and it's like that's exactly how it looks. It's like 2 frames, my hand. Chop. It's the stupidest looking overhead. Near Alex forward medium punch level of stupid where he does that.
Rio. That's
Oh.
right. Soladonis got it. Rio had the move where he hopped forward and just chopped on the ground. I knew it was someone looked like a Shoto. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, it's trust me, you gotta look at his forward medium punch.
Okay.
Okay.
He's just like-
okay. When the guy I was
So-
playing against went into the air with Demon Flip, it was like I don't know. It was just it took so long.
It's
I
very
guess.
slow.
Or like it was more stilted than I thought it was gonna be. It was like not like a woo. It was like a.
He hangs, right?
Eh.
Yeah.
It was like very weird. I don't
You
know.
can set up some cool stuff off of it, like and get Demon Flip Throw or
Yeah,
Fierce or
totally
whatever.
unrelated to whether it's good or not. It's just
But yeah,
kinda
it looks kind of jank. I can't get over this.
I need to actually. I haven't gotten him yet, so I need to pick up Akuma because I'm thinking about just buying the season pass.
I bought the
Just do it.
season
Yeah,
pass.
I'll get the season pass. We don't have any perks.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Yeah, Capcoms don't.
Yeah. Codes. You can throw some codes their way.
How hard is
Capcom.
it?
Come on.
So, who do you feel like are the big winners and the big losers overall in season 2?
Losers definitely.
Winners and wieners.
Okay, good.
Okay, so you want okay. So who are the wieners?
All right.
Nash,
Yeah, Nash is definitely
yeah,
a
probably
wiener.
Mika maybe.
Maybe a little bit of a
Fang,
wiener.
for sure.
Fang is definitely a wiener.
Even if he's better overall, the fact that man didn't get love.
Yeah,
Wiener
exactly.
Town, USA.
he is mayor of Wienertown.
Maybe Alex, but see, like we don't believe. So
No,
I definitely
honestly,
don't
Alex
think-
is good.
So back,
Alex is
honestly, like for us, it's like there's just one wiener. He's King Wiener is Nash.
good. I feel like
basically.
Nash is king wiener.
Nash and Fang.
Yeah, Fang is just like by
Resurrected
virtue-
Wiener and Wiener Town.
Yeah,
Those are the two right there.
Well, see, that's the thing is that in season 1, Fang was king of Wienertown, but now that there's Nash, now he's number 2.
Oh, in his ideal position.
Exactly, he's
Yeah.
number 2 in Wienertown.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot
right.
about that.
Yep.
Second in command at Wiener Town.
Yeah.
He's
And
behind
then
the wiener.
who are the winners?
There's a lot.
I
So-
feel like there are a lot. Yeah.
I think Cammy is a winner.
Cammy is the biggest. I feel like she is the biggest winner.
so. She was top tier and got buffed, so that's okay.
How's that happen?
So she's a winner. You think Birdie is a winner, right?
I think Birdie's a winner. But I don't think he's like the biggest winner.
Right.
think he's good, but-
Rashid is a winner.
I think my
Yes.
biggest winners are probably like
Cammy, Rashid,
Cammy. For me, my biggest winners are probably like Cammy,
Laura,
Balrog.
Mhm.
I think Cammy, Balrog,
Urian.
and maybe Urian are the biggest winners. No, I feel like who's my third? It's probably not Guile. I think my three biggest winners are Cammy, Guile, and Balrog. Those are my three biggest winners, I think.
So I think that those are right. I would include Rashid.
Yeah, if my list was extended, it
Mhm.
was
Rashid and Urian. to
Rashid
round
and
it out.
Urian are
Yeah.
super big
Those
winners.
are probably my top 5 winners.
Yeah, and characters like Karen and Birdie got better. They became winners by virtue of the system change. It wasn't like their character was.
That's still a win.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is,
But these
of
characters got more.
course. Yeah. The other characters got way more.
Yeah,
The
they
other
were good
characters.
characters who got buffed. Well, Boxer was like all right, but like, yeah, he
seems
got way
good to
better.
me. He seems
Way
very
better.
good to me.
Way better. And his problems are not problems anymore because everybody has poor wake up.
Yeah, I really don't
Doesn't
think
even matter now.
you can't even count it.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of winners.
Yeah, well, not that many wieners. There's only 2 wieners.
Mostly winners.
Yeah, I mean, clearly some other characters got nerfed a bit. Mika is a little bit worse than before, but like, I just don't feel like she's worse enough to like call her a wiener.
Right.
Yeah.
Knuckle Dude came in my stream today and I was like, sorry about Mika or whatever, and he's like, I don't care, I just used that character to win.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what he said? He's like, I just rented her for a season, and someone was like, that's a $230,000 rental.
Nice.
And I
No,
was
that
like-
was a minus $230,000.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
rental.
Yeah, that rental got him $230K. He told me, he was like, yeah, I play Guile because I love him, and then one character because she's bullshit.
well,
That's
he's-
exactly what he said to me. I was
So
like,
he's gonna be playing Cammy next season.
He's a winner. I mean,
I
he'll
think
stick
he
with
probably
Guile,
only
right?
has to play Guile.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
what's the
I know,
problem
right?
there?
Yeah.
Ken, not a wiener? I really don't think so. I feel like Ken sounds good. Like
Ken players are wieners.
Ken players are definitely wieners.
Dude, Thunder, like I said, the Thunder Kick being safe on block and comboing into like Tatsu.
A real overhead low into damage on either side. He still has tools to get in. He still has an invincible uppercut,
Look,
like not many people do.
He's not a winner by any stretch
I
of the
would not call him a
imagination,
winner,
but he is
but-
definitely not a wiener either.
I think he's not much worse than before.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like where did I have him? Like 5th or 6th or something? I feel like he's top 10 still. I feel he's good.
Okay. Where do you think Akuma is right now?
No idea at all.
Weird looking.
Fair enough.
No idea at all.
Alright.
Loses to Zangief. Going by my online matches earlier today.
Well,
Even a top 100 player using Akuma loses to Zangief, judging by Ultra David's experience.
Alright, let me think of my Akuma tier list so far. Beats Vega. Just slightly loses the Bison.
well,
That's my...
so is there anything else you want to say about Street Fighter V right now, Season 1 or Season 2? Because the only last couple of things I want to add is that Street Fighter V wasn't the only game that got a patch.
Indeed.
Killer Instinct got one. Skullgirls got one as well.
Mhm.
What was the other thing that I wanted to mention that someone just brought up as well? Someone just mentioned. Oh yeah, Kilgore was announced.
Ooh,
Kilgore
that's right,
was
yeah.
announced, yeah.
Kilgore.
He looks cool.
Hilarious looking.
So a lot of other things, but my question for you guys, honestly, is this the last Ultra Chen Tuesday show of the year?
Oh,
Oh.
hadn't thought about it. What's next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday
27th?
is just right after Christmas, and I'm probably not going to be available for that. Most people are, and then after that will be the next year.
That'll be next year,
It'll be
judging
next
by
year.
the calendar.
So,
What date is that?
27th.
No, the one after that.
I can tell
I
you.
think
the
it's
third.
already here.
The
Okay, I
third.
should be back.
Okay, so what we usually do at the beginning of the year is we usually come back and do our 2016 year-end recap.
That's
Where
right.
we name like our top 3 players of any game, top 3 events, top 3 matches,
Right.
like those kind of things. So for those of you who enjoy the show, definitely subscribe, follow, and when we come back in 2017, we will do our 2016 recap show. Hopefully we'll be able to get Tasty Steve back
He should
on
be here. Yeah,
And,
I think both of us will be back from New York.
Yeah.
Right that day.
Cool.
And then, again, if you guys want to subscribe and follow and everything, Patreon, we've got the donation links. Also, we have a couple of new emotes, 3 new emotes in particular. I'll just type them in the chat, so if you're on YouTube watching this right now, too bad.
Wiener.
Yeah, exactly.
UCTV, Wienertown.
Yeah, there you
No,
go.
that's not what it is.
Yeah.
Should
There
be.
you go. It's our
That's a
Tasty
good idea.
Steve.
Let's do that.
Tasty Steve flexing emotes there.
And it's just a Ken player's face.
We can't do, we can't do the
Well,
KI
it
talk
looks like a
right
win,
now.
too.
Like I would love to go over the patches, but it's just gonna take up way too much time.
I can summarize it.
Sure.
They changed the way potential damage works. So when you break, instead of getting, are you super happy about that? All right.
Okay. Yeah, I
And
actually
so
want to
it's-
know about this.
So instead of getting 100% of your potential damage back, you get 50. So that combo breakers are not as severe. So like if you break a lot of combos before, you just get all your potential damage back.
Right.
Now it's like if I hit you 3 times, I hit you the 4th time, I instantly cash it out. It's like a level 4 for like 60%.
Okay.
Because all that potential damage has like built up over
like
time.
the mix up of the breaker is still there, but less important. It's
Yeah.
like less effective than before. So,
Right.
So getting the hit in neutral is now more important than it
Got
was
it.
before.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Fulgor got a little nerfs and a reworked instinct. Jago got a little nerfs. Characters who built a lot of potential damage got nerfed because they would be too powerful with this.
Right.
Yeah.
Arya took an indirect nerf by this potential damage change because the way her bodies work. But yeah, like Cinder and Ram got nerfs because potential damage. And there are some shakeups if you want to read the whole patch notes, forums,
Tusk is the same.
whatever. Yeah, he's the same.
Okay, cool.
Forums dot killer or something dot. Just look up killer instinct patch. I don't know what it is. ultra-combo.com.
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
it is.
But the cool thing about it is new character, and it sounds like he's not the only new
Kilgore.
character. And,
Yeah, there's
and,
2 additional character slots besides that.
and also just I know Capcom released the PDF and everything like that, but the way that Iron Galaxy released that video talking about the patch, talking about all the changes to a lot of the one-player content like Shadow Lords and all the stuff like that.
Kilgore is playable in Shadow Lords. He joins your team
Oh, he's playable? I thought you just played
or
against
play
him.
against them. I don't know, but he like joins your squad in Shadow Lords and Kilgore.
There's a way to
on his side.
preview him before he
Yeah,
comes
so
out.
you can see gameplay of him. There's already like footage of him.
David, can you give me a kiss his fingertips to the camera?
Thing on command.
If it's gonna be the emote, I would rather have taken a shower before the show next time.
Ew. All right, that's fair.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's,
like
that.
yeah. So
I can't argue that. I can't argue that at all. So.
so yeah, there you go.
Not kiss my own fingertips.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, don't be gross. Don't be gross. Come on. That's not what I meant.
Yep. Oh, you can play as him if he joins your team in Shadow
Oh,
Lords.
okay,
Oh,
okay,
sick,
that's
okay.
cool. That's cool.
So you can play as him. There you go. Yeah. KI is cool.
Yes, definitely.
And like I said, Skullgirls had a new patch as well. So Mike just got that out right before the holidays.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So,
It did get out, huh?
They announced that they've added a mode called like I don't remember what it is, but it makes 6 to 7 frames of lag in your game, and it's called like climbing up, in a reference to Rise Up from Street Fighter or whatever. That guy is something else.
You could like create input lag for characters if you use Valentine, right? Like you
Right.
put the
yeah.
vial on them, and the level 3 was like I think it was like 7.
Ascend higher. That's what.
Wait, was it 8? Yeah, 8 frames. Yeah, it was 8 extra frames of input lag. 8 frames.
Yeah.
That was considered the unplayable version.
Yeah, and that was added way before Street Fighter.
That was years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, ascend higher.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be out in 2 weeks. So it's not out.
Yeah,
yet.
okay,
But so,
that's what I
so he
thought.
just released the patch notes.
Okay.
He just
2 weeks
released the
early?
notes.
That sounds
Yeah.
out of control. Why would you do such a thing?
Yep. Okay.
9 frames, excuse me. But yeah, that was considered unplayable. And like I had all these setups for Orange Vial, for level 3 Orange
That
Vial.
was the one. Yeah.
And because I was like, man, nobody's gonna be blocking these mix-ups, and nobody did, cause
Uh-huh.
it's pretty tough.
Yeah, but the problem is like nobody used it. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, it turned out you could just, at least when I was playing, I haven't played in a while.
Uh-huh.
You just like do huge damage combos anyway.
Right.
The mix-ups
Exactly.
weren't as important. So,
yeah.
I know that's changed though since then.
Okay.
All right.
I guess 2GG is gonna have 100K Smash 4 circuit.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, these are very important and big stories that I feel like we're not giving enough to. So I feel bad about that. I try not to make this the Capcom hour, but like it's kind of a big day for that. So
Yeah.
I also am tired.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Back from Japan.
so
yeah, we actually didn't even get the chance to talk to you
We
about
haven't
Japan.
talked to you about
yeah.
Japan, yeah.
We'll do that on the day back.
Japan was
on
neato.
the day back, we're going to talk about 2016 in review.
Right,
Yeah.
but then we'll also have probably at the end maybe a little time to talk
Okay,
about
okay.
Japan
Yeah.
and everything like that.
Okay,
So
I would like that.
okay, cool.
Alrighty, well, let's skedaddle.
So tired.
Okay, cool. Yeah, are you gonna be able to drive home? Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay. Just want to make sure. That's all.
All right, buddy.
It's like no traffic, you know.
Send me a text when you get home. Okay.
Yeah, man. I'll tweet.
Okay. Okay.
You know.
All right,
I'll send
cool. Well,
something.
I'm gonna go home and
I'm tired.
I don't know, play some Geef, do some meaty crouching strongs.
Okay. I'm going to
That's the
put
best
up
I
this.
got, man.
I got a new Cami Tech video that I was uploading and editing like literally before the show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna make it public right after.
What do you
this,
got?
I
Is it
saw
cool?
it.
Oh, you saw it? You actually saw it?
I know. I saw that you had the video.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'll just show it. Well, I don't.
Ooh,
show
world
it.
premiere?
Do you want me to world premiere it here, dude? I totally can. I totally can.
I'll probably just be streaming tomorrow. I'm sleeping when I
Yeah,
get home.
I'm gonna stream tomorrow as well. Oh, actually, that's right. So tomorrow morning, Olaf Redland is gonna stop by, and we're just gonna be messing around in training mode, and we're just gonna be streaming all day, like just trying
What
to
a couple of hobos.
screw
That sounds
around with
awesome.
a bunch of different characters and see what happens, and just like
Sick,
testing
dude.
combos.
Let me
and
know
everything like
if you
that.
guys want to play on the internet. I would be happy to take some time out of my day and play on the internet.
Okay.
I can't take enough time to like come over here. But,
Drive over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning to just basically stream tomorrow from whenever I get up till sometime, and then go to Wednesday night fights.
Oh, that's right. Wednesday Night Fights is tomorrow.
I'm gonna like stop my stream before next level starts and watch next level, and then go to Wednesday night fights.
Oh,
That's
and
my
David, you're uploading some stuff too. Huh?
I am.
Okay. Okay. Here, let's.
I
do
have a
this.
bunch of footage from Capcom Cup that I was gonna give.
Yeah,
next week.
please send that to me so I can
Oh
cut this
yeah,
video.
I need to send you some stuff
Please
too.
do.
I got
Yeah,
some behind the scenes stuff of me and Donka putting together the replays for the halftime show. It was pretty neat.
Cool, man.
Okay, and then let's see here. I'm gonna go to this page over here.
World premiere.
World premiere.
It's nothing fancy at all, but
Oh, it's the fanciest.
yeah, it's amazing.
It's the craziest thing. If it's not the
amazing.
craziest thing you've ever seen, follow @SageM on Twitter. Here we go.
All right, so let's see. I can turn on this computer volume here. Hey guys,
I don't know, I found that funny.
Who's this dweeb?
for maximizing damage. But one of the changes that she got in season 2 was that her standing medium punch doesn't push back as far as it used to.
Nerfed.
So it leaves the opponent a little bit closer than it used to be. And if you see right there,
Wiener.
whenever I try to do standing medium punch into standing medium punch, it doesn't connect. However, when they're crouching, they stay close enough within range now that 2 medium punches does combo.
@SageM
Of
on
course, the
Twitter.
problem is you get nothing afterwards, right? So like that. However, you have enough of advantage on the standing medium punch that you can actually take a step for 1 frame,
Oh, she has a one frame link?
yeah, and then the medium kick will connect.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's really hard to do, but
Wow, you're in heaven.
there it
Ooh.
is. Now the medium kick into drill.
Yeah.
Now
Try
I'm gonna
that.
I'm gonna
Imagine
jump
it's
forward
hard.
ahead just to show you why this is important. Because
Okay.
now with counter hits, you have 2 extra frames to walk forward and
Okay.
make sure you can combo.
3 frame link, easy.
So,
Oh, missed it.
same idea. Try to use the medium drill. I did get the roundhouse one to connect just now, but I'll show you why you shouldn't do it. So at certain ranges, it won't connect that way. But the reason why this is really useful is because against characters like Karen, who have 3 frame crouching light punches, that's a perfect meaty setup. And that'll catch her while she's crouching.
Okay.
So if you're fighting against characters who have crouching 3 frame buttons, and you get them with that on their wake up, you can maximize the damage right there and get 3 hits before the drill.
Yeah.
And then you'll also get the medium drill. The nice thing about that setup too is that when you do get the medium drill, it's still the same timing setup. It hits at the right time.
Man, I wish you had kept the
Dash
camera on
into
yourself so
medium
people could
punches
see you're nodding your
also.
head.
He sure is.
Yeah.
Everything he says, he's like,
He
that's
He's
true.
like turning to us and being like, "Yep."
It's like when someone's like, yo, did you see that funny video of this thing? And then they make you watch it, and you
Yeah.
don't
Dude,
think
watch
it's,
this.
you're like, alright.
Watch this.
Get the
Oh,
medium drill,
Karen just
dash
died?
up, and continue that
Sick.
again and again.
Nice. Well, that
That's
does
my
seem
tech.
Now,
useful.
of course, that only works
Are
on
you
quick
actually
rise.
the greatest
If
of
they
all
wanted
time,
to back
dude?
roll, then you have to delay the standing medium punch.
Oh, it doesn't account for back roll? I didn't even think about
That is
that.
definitely a nice little
Useless.
Yeah,
Can you option select Wait, how plus can drill be?
Oh,
Is it
it's
possible?
super plus. It's super plus.
Like, what if you just did drill instead of the medium punch?
Oh, how meaty can the drill be?
Yeah.
It's not that great. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
that. It's really hard to time, and if you miss it, you die. So it's not like super.
Is
safe.
it a 1 frame link?
Yeah, but there you go. That's my current tech.
It looks cool, man. That's useful for sure.
This is maximizing damage. It's
Definitely.
maximizing damage.
You know what my max damage combo is as Zanky? It's not that great.
Well, a Zangief, it's got to be like 600 something automatically, right?
You get crush
I
counter
guess.
fierce.
But it's like, what about dash up something? I get crouching strong. Stand short.
Whoa! Don't
Hilarious.
get crazy. I get
And then I lose all positioning.
Right.
standing fierce, crush counter, dash, crouching fierce, whip headbutt,
You're just
crouching
gonna keep
fierce.
saying words for so long.
It's so sick.
You could have kept saying words.
I know, there's
fireball.
more.
Yeah, you
into
could've done
Aegis
more stuff.
Reflector,
Yeah.
into like Crouch
Into
Fierce,
tackle,
into
and-
tackle, the Aegis Reflector.
I found the setup that was so sick. Off the down forward heavy kick,
Yeah.
V trigger, you get the down fierce headbutt, you whiff a button, headbutt to the other side, the original mirror, cross up setup. I was like, oh my god. It's like so sick because he gets it off the juggle now.
Record a video of it and let's upload it onto the channel, dude.
No, I don't want anybody to see it so I can hit them all with it.
You'll only be able to see it if you play Sajam online.
Say he plays by Sajam Segs.
That's definitely not me.
Yeah, I know.
There's like a Ken player whose name is Sajam's Segways.
Someone actually mentioned who he is on Twitch. Like,
Oh, he's a person?
yeah, like the guy is actually
Like, I mean, it's like a public person? I thought it was just somebody.
someone actually. I thought it was a reply to your thread. Like you said
I don't
something
remember.
in some.
I can tell you that guy is mad good. I got messages from so many good players that have lost. PR Rog messaged me.
Yeah.
He lost the Sajam Segways. I was so happy. I was like, let's go! Arturo said he played him online. Nick Tonella came up to me on Wednesday Night Fights and was like, man, you have such a good Ken. And I was like, what?
Speaking of PR Rog, I highly recommend going to check out his stream right now, or maybe not right now, but earlier tonight
Right,
for sure.
yeah. Watch the archives.
And just watch him laugh, and he hits people a lot, and he's
Yeah.
just cracking up.
Always
Cracking
been
up.
like the best Street Fighter streamer, or one of the best.
Like, he got
yeah.
matched up against Arturo a couple of times, and a bunch of other Dawsons randomly. And so a lot of the stream was like him just doing whatever he wanted as boxer. It was tough to watch for me as a Sim fan, but it was pretty funny.
I love watching Dawson get beat
it.
up.
was pretty funny.
It's,
God, when I saw EX Dash Punch, I hadn't read Boxer Changes, okay,
Yeah.
to be honest. And so I wanted to see him stream to see, like, okay, what does he do? First thing I saw was EX Dash Punch, and he did the spin, and I was like, what? No, you can't do that. That shouldn't work.
Because
No.
he'd only been able to do it off of the second hit before, right?
You had to cancel
You
before it hit.
Before it hit, as it was traveling.
Now it's you hit, or it blocks, and you can do it before
You
the
just
second hit.
spin it.
Okay.
It's so silly.
I'll mess with it. Okay.
Alrighty, well, anyway, I'm going to go get some Del Taco and go to sleep.
Sounds good to me.
Maybe take... No, I'm not going to. But I will before next time we're on the show, which will be next year in the year 2017.
Have a happy New Year to everybody. Have a happy holidays to everybody.
Yeah.
We'll all probably, I know I'll stream probably maybe a couple of times this week before this week ends.
Oh, yeah.
I probably won't stream next week because I'll be having friends all over all the time and stuff like that. But if we don't see any of you guys, definitely, have a safe holidays, have a safe New Year's. And we'll see you in 2017. Lots of great stuff probably going to happen in the fighting game community that year. I'm excited.
Hopefully, because considering the state of politics, there's not a lot else to be excited
I'm
about
gonna
in
do the
2017.
EX finger guns.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't keep this up. You gotta,
That's why you got to do this. You got to do the
the
float
queen
wave.
tech.
The float wave.
Yo, I didn't know you had a GIF of this.
Yeah, man, I sent it to you. You asked me to do it.
I wonder if that was while I was on my surface.
All right, have a good one.
All right, peace out, everybody.